Alright.
Listen, you can't eat another Japanese supply. That was it.
Should I keep trying that ground war, or is it gonna keep crashing?
And then once you read that book, then you're like, oh, these guys were not going to give up. And the amount of people we were going to lose. I mean, the world was so fucking crazy that back then that you.
Should I keep trying to play ground war?
Like, you could see how they justified it. I mean, I could never do it. It's one of the reasons why the president ages.
My game
fucking
crashes though, bro.
years.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
I was doing so
Which is
good
why
that game
the
too, huh?
Obama Arena tour is so fucking funny to me. It's like you were the first lady. That's not a job. And you wrote a book about not having a job. Like, I don't understand. And now you're doing arenas. And you look at her, how great she looks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she
like,
looks
like,
awesome.
like,
She hasn't aged at all.
at all.
She looks like
Nothing
Beyonce with
says
those
I don't
fucking
have
boots.
a fucking job like not aging over 10 fucking years.
Nothing says.
Dude,
I'll take a boost.
Obama went into office. He looked 41. He came out. He looked 68.
He looks like an old man.
He looks frail.
How old is he? Like 50?
Dude, he's almost. I think he's like a year older than me.
He's Geraldo's age. Geraldo had that joke about our president is whatchamacallit, and I'm questioning on whether I should dye my beard.
I'm a big believer in going natural.
Or what? Not dyeing beards?
Yeah, you go natural, you age natural, and then you're like that
Zelda
fucking
or
character
high.
actor next to the poor bastard who's good looking who has to stay that way. Because if you notice,
Zelda, I don't know. Can you hear me?
beautiful
I feel like you can
people,
hear me.
as much as ugly people in this era are so jealous. They're not.
I don't know why my game keeps freezing. That's like three games in a row
They always
where
get
I have
asked
like
this question, like, dude, what happened to her?
I like 2
What happened?
deaths
You see
and maybe
so-and-so,
like
what
20 kills
happened to
already.
her?
Right, so
What happened? Yeah,
It was a
and
good
it's just
start.
like, what happened to her?
And then my
Same
game
exact
crashes
thing.
and freezes my console.
Okay, it's just that they were way the fuck up here. Okay, you just fell off a curb, so nobody noticed.
Are you in my game?
You're already 30 pounds overweight.
Please
Now
turn
you're
up.
40. Nobody gives a fuck. But like, they're not allowed.
Oh yeah, I gotta take a hit real fast.
Man, people say all kinds of like, horrific shit. So it's definitely.
Renee Zellweger looks unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Surgery.
We'll see if the game crashes while you're watching. If it does crash, I'm just gonna have to call it off.
Yeah. What about Jennifer Grey? Remember her? Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing.
You said don't start it up?
So beautiful.
Loved her nose.
When are you gonna be back? What do you mean?
She was dating Matthew Broderick when he killed those people in
3 minutes.
Ireland.
With what? A
In a
hammer?
car. He was driving, and they were. I remember this. I don't know why I remember this.
Yeah.
So they were
Dude, I had my my capture card and everything going, Xaldor, and then my house got hit by lightning, and
Yeah, that was before.
everything with the power box got fried, as well as my Elgato.
But Jennifer Grey.
So I would have been giving you a nice little quality stream here. Fucking camera and everything. You whip out the green screen.
Celebrity and came out unrecognizable. Like no one knew who she was.
Can you fucking
Alright, I'm gonna start it in 5 seconds. 5,
You work
4,
your whole career to
3,
get to a place where people
2,
want you in movies, and then you go to
Man,
the
what I
audition.
don't get is this is what's so fucked up about this city. Is Hollywood is that she's a fucking great actress.
You like Bill Burr? Bill Burr, Xaldor? I almost fucked that up, Bill Burr.
Amazing actress. Her performance in Dirty Dancing, I watched Dirty Dancing the other night.
Which is a guy you shouldn't like, but it's just done so well, and their chemistry is so ridiculous that you like it. That's one of the few like chick flicks.
Is this the only map?
Watch that.
So good.
This is the other
So
fucking
good. I
one?
actually looked into finding a family camp.
It'd be so
where the
nice if we had
families
more of
went.
these maps.
That was. I wish I could go back to that era where you go. Me and the family are going up to the Poconos for a month.
Oh, the simplicity of that. Oh, and you're all excited because you have some little fucking camper that you tow up there.
And you got this huge resort where the kids are all doing kid activities. You're playing poker, having drinks. The wife's taking dance lessons. Getting her son. It has been good. I couldn't find one family camp.
Please tell
And
me.
who's got time to take off? Like in Dirty Dancing, I think they took off like 3 weeks. He was a doctor.
And that's just like my grandfather.
Alright. I did not know they were gonna beat me to that helicopter.
Like, he's part of that generation, like the greatest generation. So he had to start this thing like 3 times. Like everything was going great, and then the depression hit, and he lost it. And then he started it again, and then World War II came, and he had to fucking fight. He had to fight, and then when he was in his 40s, finally got the fucking thing going. So then he.
My career.
Yeah. So yeah. Go. You know what, dude? If you do it right, it takes it to your 40s.
You were the one. I remember we were at the Hollywood Improv, and you were, I think you're second.
What percentage of stories have we finished on this podcast?
0.
8%. I got through the casket.
We were at the Hollywood Improv, and you were sitting there, and you were talking about. You're like, so I remember you were like having a drink. And you're, so what's the fucking deal? Let's just do another special, put it out, no one watches it. What the fuck? Like, is that what we do? We just put out specials and no one fucking watches them. You're like, hey, when's this gonna turn? And I remember,
No, because that was because what I was learning as a young comic was that if you're on the road that I'm on, it takes longer. Dave Chappelle told me, I lived long time. He's like, man, you're just, your style is so fucking dope, right? And I was like, oh my god, a black guy said I was dope, right? He's like the coolest black guy ever.
this is 10 years before dope was cool.
Yeah. Man, I lit as fuck, man. It was one of those fancy handshakes. I would have quit the business. I did it. I made it. So fucking, he said that to me and I didn't understand. I mean, I kind of understood, but I didn't understand it until I went that route. It was just like...
Oh, no.
It
Why are
wasn't
you
just me.
here?
I was watching other people's specials. Like, take Fortune Feimster, where you're just like, this is clearly the dude. This is the person you should be fucking watching. And then, but then somebody else
Go up.
wears a silly hat or fucking,
Takes her shirt off.
or takes a shit. Yeah, they have a hook. They have a fucking hook. Yeah. That's fucking elect. But God, he takes his shirt off.
Dude, I remember at that time you were probably, I would say you were probably 38, 39 when that was going, maybe 40. And then when I watched you, I remember when you had that run of the, is for comics, it's always about the folklore that gets spread to us where someone shares it. When you had that run at the Wilbur, and everyone was like, 18.
Oh, why did I think you'd be in the corner?
19
You were in the corner,
shows
just
in
the
a row.
wrong one.
I remember thinking, maybe it's
One of the stupidest things I ever did.
really.
I fucking blew my voice out on the third show. And I had some joke in my act.
Oh, can you not go up there?
Talking about
Dumbass.
some sort of plane crash. Oh, that's right. Where they find you in a tree, like hanging from
You
a
could
seatbelt.
die if I go up there.
So the act out of it was, I would act out hanging from the seatbelt, just like this, be like this, and in that stretch, like that 3 seconds of that punchline, like that was for me.
Yeah.
And every night I took like a little 3-second break. Dude, I stubbed my toe so fucking bad.
Oh, dude, me too.
Anyway, so that was, I mean, it was a thrill that everybody showed up and did all of that, but then I was definitely thinking, after I blew my voice out, I was like, why didn't I just go to like a bigger place and have as many shows?
Do the garden.
Which I did the last time. This is classic. You know, go back to chick flicks, right?
Yeah.
So, a few times I've been fortunate enough to play like an arena, right? Which is crazy. It makes no sense. You have like a big panic attack when you're in the back going like, this makes no fucking sense. And I'm not gonna go out there.
I fucked with it, yeah.
I'm gonna go away, so I'm
My,
going 50. I am 50. Okay, that's...
yeah, my family's not too crazy on like cherry coke, but I always fuck with it, you know? So it's always a treat whenever I do get it.
I think Verzi will next year. My phone buzzes. I look down and I see it's from my wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this is why I'm married. She's gonna call. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I wish I could have been there. You're gonna kill. Let me know how it goes, right? I pick up the phone. She's hysterically crying. Like somebody died. She's like,
Oh, I almost got sniped.
Shit. Immediately, I'm thinking of my kid. Like, what happened? Is she okay? She goes, no. Nothing's wrong. I'm like, well, what is it? What is it? She goes, I just saw A Star Is Born. It was so good. Verzi's doing my intro. I'm like, honey, I got a show that I I have to do? And then she started hysterically laughing while crying. It was the cutest thing I'd ever heard. She goes, oh my God, you wanted to go on stage. She started laughing.
Where? Oh, you... No way, bro.
She goes, I'm so
What just happened?
and we just fucked. And I laughed, and I went on stage and immediately told that story and got my first laugh, and then the show went great. How fucking crazy is that?
Fucking hilarious.
Star is Born. Evidently I gotta go see it. I heard Lady Gaga fucking.
I heard they just destroyed it.
And the other guy, played the sniper. What are you doing? I gotta
Wait, when did you... I want to die to talk to you about arenas. What is that? What is that? I mean, it's gotta be fucking... I remember you not having an agent and a manager and being at the Boston Comedy Club, and both your ex-agent... No, I remember you coming off stage, you had a joke about you want equal pay, then we get to get in the lifeboats at the same time as you. Do you remember that joke?
No.
Yeah. And so, remember the mic. And so,
just enjoying the cigar so much I forgot. I keep forgetting what
I don't know where to spawn, dude. I'm just fucking dying.
I remember that part of your career because you went from like being like you had the I wouldn't say hack, but you had the joke about selling infomercial stuff. Look at this fucking band. Gone. You remember that band?
Oh yeah, and I did that on Conan.
Yeah.
So here's one for you. So I was making fun of how they always have the guy like, whatever. So microphone. Wait a minute. But can it hear your voice? Yes, it can.
No.
Dude,
I'm not choosing bullshit. What'd you say?
So I did something about a frying pan. So the punchline was like, oh yeah, we could go. We're gonna shove it right up your ass, and that always murdered.
Yeah.
And that was the closer.
Yeah.
We'll announce it later, dude. Once the YouTube has more clout. That would mean a lot. I'm leaving this game, dude.
After you said that bit, after you go, I'm gonna shove it up your ass. Do you remember you walking? Do you remember there was, dude? I to this day can remember there was like a like I'm walking to the
So anyway,
The clip?
So I do the set. They love it or whatever, and they improve it. I'm like, finally, I go. So this is.
I don't know.
I really was feeling good about this set. I was gonna do one.
How many kills is it? Quick 7-piece. How long is it?
Call up and they go standards and practices has a problem with you saying you can't shove anything up somebody's ass.
You want to join real quick?
On network TV. It's like
should we keep doing ground war or should we hop over to like something else? What do we do?
You can't say shove it up the ass. I'm on a three-way with my manager at the time. I go, you gotta say something else. I'm in a fucking panic. Like I'm doing it like the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what about shove?
We'll play domination and headquarters, just headquarters.
It's like a legit conversation with adults. Like, no, you can't.
We'll do both.
You can't jam it up. You can't shove it up the ass. And we're searching for a word. So finally I go, what like put it? Can I put it up the ass? And there was a pause. Like we're playing poker.
Yeah.
Wait for this guy to fold, and he just goes, yeah. So that's the punchline. Like you can
Put it up your ass.
So that when you watch the set, I believe that's what I said. I'm gonna take that pan and we're gonna put it up your ass. It didn't quite get as big a laugh. Shove is you needed shove.
Do you remember Orny Adams on Comedian? And he's like, you can't say lupus? Lupus is the joke. I was on a bus the other day. The sign said, someone on this bus has lupus. I was the only one on the bus. I have lupus? And they're like, you gotta change it to eczema. And he was like,
eczema is not funny. Eczema is gross.
It's not as funny as lupus. Fucking. And so he did his Letterman set. He goes, I was on a bus. I said, someone on this bus has eczema. I was on the bus. I have eczema. And everyone was like, no, I have eczema too.
It didn't do it.
Well. We all have eczema. It's very popular.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's gross. I think I might have eczema on my cheek. Fucking something going on my cheek. I can't get rid of it.
I don't see it.
It's because I have a beard. I have it because I have a beard, but I have the beard because I have it. So like, we'll shave the beard.
Why didn't you treat it?
I did. I went to a doctor and
What do they do?
he said it's because you have a beard. It's very common. It's an irritation inside the beard. If you shave the beard off, it'll go away. They go, well, if I shave it off, then people can see it.
You can walk around looking like
He still killed me, dude.
And And he said it'll go away, and then you can grow your beard back. I was like, I'll just keep it. I'll just have it on my cheek.
Really?
Cancel a couple of spots.
Are we playing keyboards right now?
Unfortunately, Bert Kreischer could not be here
Xbox kids are ass.
because he has eczema on his face.
I'm touring like you did that Wilbur run. I'm doing that tour this fucking winter. The second they were like,
Get off your house, brother.
dude, I got a tour bus. I remember you telling me one time, you were like, dude, get a tour bus. They're the fucking best. You know,
See, there's no way I said it that way. That's a very arrogant thing to say to somebody. Get a tour bus.
I'll tell you exactly what you said. You want to know exactly what you said?
Well, because you probably don't.
Oh no, enemy in the area, where are you?
No, I was not. You said Bert.
Alright, I'm an asshole.
You
You're
said
like my
Bert.
fucking wife now.
One
Jesus
show,
Christ.
right? One show pays for the tour bus, then you go to 8 more shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, how?
Oh yeah, dude, try ignoring it.
Like $6 grand in a weekend. I'm like, they're only $6 grand, and you're like, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. Nah, well, wait, he's on the clubs. I was like, yeah, never mind, don't do that.
I thought you were in theaters.
Yeah. I was like,
I'll tell you what you can
Enemy
never afford to
UAV.
do is fly private.
oh, for real?
No, dude, there's no fucking way to do
You
it.
never flown private?
I did it twice.
Oh, please save me, teammate. You're my only hope. You're my only hope.
Yeah.
I was doing a gig and I had to get back to the front line, so they flew me from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Atlanta. You know what sucks? Is I did that gig because Green Bay had Monday night.
That right there.
And I had to be on set. This business knows when you're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
No, we need you. What's my call time? 6 a.m. Fuck, right?
Yeah.
So Bursey and Bartner got to go to Lambeau. I've been to Lambeau one time, but I when Brett Favre was still there, it was
Haha, my Claymore got a kill.
exhibition. You know, it was August, so Brett Favre played like a quarter and a half. They played the Browns and shit.
Wait, when you got on the jet, did you feel it? Did you have a cocktail? Or did you just go to sleep?
I wasn't drinking because I was on the movies.
No.
Yeah, it's called being a pro. You show up in shape, knowing your fucking lines. All these fucking people bitch moaning and complain. You can't help it. You gotta be in a movie. Is that enough for you? Get on a fucking treadmill. You lazy cunt.
I like
There's
this.
millions of dollars that are at stake. People are trying to make their money back. Show up in shape, the best shape you can be in, ready to fucking work. Yo, there's so much food in this country that I got fat. It's so hard for me.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Well,
Where
go
is he?
fucking move to Ethiopia 3 weeks before your fucking movie. You'll be fine.
So what was,
You get a little perspective.
what was the other private? The other one you paid for?
Yes.
And what was it?
I had a first class ticket that the festival paid for. And I decided I was going to be comfortable. I go to the airport with sweatpants on, and they didn't have a back pocket, and I had my phone in my pocket. And I thought it was my wallet, and I showed up.
It's so hard to see anybody. Oh no! How come I didn't hear
My
him?
wallet, and there was no way I was going to get there. And it was for All Things Comedy, and I had to be there. And it was this big
Dude, I always dive right to the fucking legs.
One of the deals was, I had to be there on this podcast. And the only way to fucking get there, I had to go to fucking Van.
I don't know how to use this kill streak either.
Pay for this fucking plane. It cost me so much money.
I'm just gonna fucking pop it right here.
They fucked me. 15 or something, and I got on that fucking thing. And this is what's hilarious. And that was for this little ass fucking plane.
Yeah.
That's another thing too.
It's not that big. You're like
You
this.
can't even stand up.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, I'm halfway. If you ever fly private, take a piss before you go. Because I had to take a piss, and I go, hey guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. Is there a bathroom on this thing? And the guy
Oh my god, dude.
there's a little
It's so
shower.
dark.
He fucking opens it up, and there was this snack tray on this seat. He lifted that up, set it down, and then lifted it up, and there was a toilet under there. So now I gotta take a fucking piss, alright? And I'm standing, I paid 18 grand for this. I'm standing
Oh
there, right?
my gosh.
And this is what's hilarious, is here's the shower.
Where was he? Where was he? Where was he?
Flying right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like this. And like the hole to piss in is there. Which is fine in the beginning because I got a nice stream going. But then all of a sudden it starts dying down. And I'm like, I'm gonna piss.
Yeah, there's another
And then
one.
fucking, I'm like, it was like a finishing move in wrestling. Trying to fucking, PET. Trying to fucking take this piss. And I was just, it was a life lesson. I'm like, this is the dumbest.
No way, dude.
Unless you can.
How do you look like you're part of the map? You don't fucking move at all.
It's not gonna be as nice as like a fucking
Oh my God.
747 DC DC-10, they don't even have those anymore. Whatever the fuck they have.
Yeah.
Those fucking things,
Dude,
you have like a, you know, a lot of the first class now, you got a bed, and you got all these movies. You're just sitting back there. There's a snack tray with like Fritos and Snickers bars. You can't even stand up. This is private. You know, you can fucking get on, you get on an airplane now. It's tremendous.
We flew
Cave entrance.
From Portland to Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine.
What the?
And they're like, you're gonna fly private. And I was like, fuck, yes.
Dude, that's like 50 grand.
Not if you do what we did, and we got that small plane, and we had to make 5 stops. We stopped, we flew from Portland to Montana to fucking Dakota, and literally just...
Oh my god, dude, what is that timing?
5 times. And when we got
They're coming right into the cave, bro, no way.
Find like a DC-9.
I should have just fucking sat there waiting for that. I would have got like a triple.
And there was a thunderstorm.
Camp.
Fucking thing.
Cool. Camp.
It was, I was like, fuck this. I'd never do that. But I don't know. I wouldn't. I can see. I was a person that was like, I could never justify flying first class. I'll always get the upgrade. I'll always get the upgrade.
That was the carrot I was chasing.
Really?
Oh, dude, I'm sitting in the back on the DC-9, and like you don't even have a window because there's a fucking engine there. By the way, one time one of those had a malfunction, like fucking something happened, and one of the engine parts went into the fucking plane into some woman's head, and she died.
I remember that.
That's what I always thought about when I was sitting there. And then on the other side, there's some guy taking a shit behind that little cardboard door. You can literally hear him take his belt off. I'm just sitting there going like, I just want an exit row.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the fucking greatest thing ever, back when they used to fly them kind of empty, when you got your whole row to yourself,
God.
the poor man's first class, and even then, they just made sure there was no way to be comfortable, because when you lay across, there's still that hard plastic
little humps
digging into your hip. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just wouldn't like it. Then,
Come on.
2 on planes.
Ooh.
I'm
I'm about to get off after that, no way.
Lean your head, even with the pillow. It's just far enough that the side of your neck fucking
How the
hurts.
fuck,
the pillow
man?
wad your jacket up against it, and the whole time I would just be looking. I want to get off. I just want to.
It's whenever I get impatient.
All first class is they treat you like the human being that you are.
That you should be treated like.
Yeah, and if you're in the back, I mean, there's like fucking roosters that are in cockfighting that fly better than half the fucking people that are up there.
I get
The
it.
really good ones that tour nationally and kill other fucking chickens or whatever the fuck it's named.
I have flight anxiety, so I always wanted to fly first class. But I was like, I'm never gonna be a guy who pays $1,000 for a ticket.
The thing that sucks about flying first class is you can hear.
Where are you?
What is that? What is that? No, it doesn't happen. Kid. Bad joke. Whatever. Hour and 10 minutes. Dude, this is the perfect fucking cigar for a podcast.
It is.
Dude, we've been smoking for almost an hour, and I still have this much left. This is the cigar.
This is the best part. This is the best part of it.
This is better than any Cuban that I've smoked because all of them would be done by now.
Who are they? Classic.
I refuse.
Dude, that kid Supreme Antics literally has the greatest timing against me.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Fucking crazy timing with me.
La Flor Dominica.
This is going to be the last part of the podcast. Go right on the floor. Dominica, double Ligero. Natasha Ligero. She's branching out. Look at her brand.
I saw one.
There's got to be a pill you can take to strengthen your eyes. Like a steroid or something to get your eyes back to where they were, right?
It's all Eastern
It can't just be.
Europe.
It can't just be fucking medieval technology of like put these.
I have to try so hard to kill that kid that's just fucking standing there.
Don't be in Europe, these glasses. No, they did cure.
Food Ruster here.
No way.
No, you go there, they take your eye juice out and they spin it in the centrifuge.
You're lying.
They put it back in, you have the eyes of a baby. We're over here doing LASIK.
Are you serious?
Dude, the public schools don't even work here.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, this country's going down the shit.
Wait, I want to go back to these eyes. Do they really do that?
There's no glasses in Europe.
No one wears glasses in Europe?
Glasses that just sit there, drink.
Why don't I? Why can't I just wait, dude? It's again Supreme Antics. Greatest time in the world.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They cured it.
I think so. If it didn't crash.
Eyes.
Yeah.
I do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you want to go check it. They do it the best.
Oh, good.
I'm literally just dying now.
Hey, have you done that? Have you done that Eastern European tour?
It's all bullshit, just in case somebody was. Yeah.
Have you done your Eastern European tour yet?
No, that's I fly out there like January 3rd or something.
Really?
Yeah, 10 days. I got the face.
That fucking Supreme kid killed me like every time, dude. And every time he killed me, I was like pre-aiming his ass, and then I turn around, and then I like see him as soon as I turn around.
Plus, dude, I'm going over there. It's a business trip. I'm going to all these places I've never been before.
Fuck, man. I got to use the ground war.
I'm going over there. I'm in spots, and I'm going over there. And I better. Well, they expect it out of you.
Yeah, but you don't get. You're not drinking before you go on stage. Like after the show, a few cocktails, go to bed, wake up, next day.
Yeah. No, because we're doing like almost like 2 shows almost every night. It's like almost like 20 shows. I'm doing another fucking run like that. Except now, rather than being at the same place, I'm going every day.
Nice.
I gotta go to an airport, jump on a puddle jumper, and go someplace else. I kind of wish we just got a fucking
Tour bus?
a bus or something.
Wait, who are you taking your guys with you?
But I feel like you die on tour buses over there. Everybody seems to die over there.
Yeah, it's because the fucking streets are different. They're fucking mid-century streets.
What?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
What?
No one wears glasses.
Wait, what are you doing? Which cities are you
That's a
doing?
callback, people.
What cities are you doing? Callbacks are so underrated.
They became hacky for a while. I kind of like.
I've three callbacks.
Oh, dude, Claymores are huge.
Callbacks are so. I'm so glad all comedy showed up and made us take your callbacks away because man, I use them all the time now.
This map's kind of ass, huh?
Died, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
This map's kind of ass.
I think the
still
the
going?
heads. No, I mean, yes. But now it's just woke.
Do you remember that whole fucking time where we would just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
This kind was icy.
Comic?
It's
I remember DeRozan he'd go on the road with me, and then he'd go to an alt room. He's like, oh, Phil, he goes, they could smell the road on me. They could smell it on all these hipsters would just be sitting. He's trying to make us laugh.
I remember saying fat chick at UCB, and they groaned.
Oh, it's the worst. No, you,
What?
yeah, I went to Vibers. I felt you had to act like you were in the Strokes. Remember that band?
Yeah. I
They
think there
couldn't
were
even
guys.
name themselves that anymore.
There were
People
guys-
have strokes every day. This is insensitive.
There were guys that had careers just because they had good jackets. They had like cool jackets and skinny jeans. Guys that and
That's
good
not
hair,
true.
100%, and I'll name them.
No,
off
you
this.
won't.
Yes, I will.
Don't
Off
do
this.
this on the comment.
Not on this. But there were guys that had careers that just because they had like a good look, they didn't have a great
Yeah, but that
attitude.
always happened because in the clubs there was those people.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess there were guys with flame shirts.
this class feels a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Taking their shirts off. I mean, come on, you're fucking. You
So this class with like a vertical grip feels way nicer.
When you pack on the road, is it just all pants? You put a shirt on, no one can recognize you now.
Dude, people said that to me at airport bars. I know you. Oh, I didn't recognize you with your shirt
Who
on.
are you? Who are you?
The best is that I did it for
They
my.
ask for a picture. Can you take your shirt off?
No, but they do that all the time. All the time.
Oh, I forgot that fucking half shirt I was gonna bring you.
That was the basis of this podcast.
Oh my god, leave me alone,
We went to
bro.
a family trip in 1981 or 82. I checked it out, dude. It's like it's just a small, I think, or a medium. When I was still in junior high.
No way, please let me out. Please, did I walk out? Did I walk out? I walked out.
It's a half shirt. I never wore it because I never felt I was in good enough shape to wear it. And I was also like super pasty and shit. I just never had the nerve to wear that with my Larry Bird shirts. Shorts with my fucking white socks. Yeah,
If you could go back in
like all
time,
the cool kids wore those.
if you could go back in time to any sports,
That's what you're doing? That's why I couldn't see you?
shirt, jacket, pants, hat that you had in your life, that was your
Motherfucker.
all-time favorite, and go back into a time.
I was waiting for these kids to run out of their spot so I could gun them and they're fucking sitting back there just strafing in the crouch.
Anyway,
What is
it
it?
was this fucking Patriots jacket that I wanted. And, you know, I was in a big family, so my younger brother got one. And I fucking loved it. It was a red, it was the old Pat Patriot logo here. It was all red and the sleeves were blue. It was almost like a varsity looking jacket. And this was sort of like a cloth and this like almost vinyl sleeves in the 70s, but like I fucking loved
No, I stopped shooting. I thought you were so dead. I thought he was so dead.
And, like, I wanted that. Like, that was one way a little boy wants a fire engine. You know, when you were a kid. I wanted that jacket so fucking bad. And
Help me? Did they help me? Oh, he saved me.
didn't work out.
And you can't find one now?
No, like they don't exist. Like I can't even find a picture of it.
It does exist. It's out there.
Because you know what? Because you know what? How big are those starter jackets?
Oh yeah,
And everybody loves those. But those were like, I was a little bit older when they came out. But when that jacket came out, that's when I was like super young. And like these were like gods to me. I remember walking around my house when I was a little boy, right? And I was this, and my shoulders up like this. My mother was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, "I want to be a football player. I want to be a football player."
You walk around like this?
No, because I didn't know that they had shoulder pads. I thought their shoulder.
You're doing the jelly strap with care packages, really?
And of course, that must have been adorable.
Yeah.
For her to see that. But...
I had a dream one time.
Wait, what would you want?
Eagles vest. I had this Eagles vest that I wore all of 4th and 5th grade. It was
the band?
It was no, Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles.
You were an Eagles fan?
Yeah, it's the whole family from Philly.
Why would I not look in there?
Dude,
Considering they all fucking sit in corners in there.
Pissed that I couldn't enjoy them finally.
Lay down, fucking kidding me, bro? Well, there's one kid who literally just lays down in his spawn.
And forever win.
Yeah.
Like, I'm loving the Browns, I'm loving the Chiefs,
yeah.
and I'm loving the San Diego Chargers.
I got a dead silence, dude.
Those got 20,000 people at a game.
I'm not a fucking...
Not a perk, but I mean, I only have the weapon perk one.
I like defensive-minded teams, and I just really like the way they run their organization. I knew getting rid of Tom Coughlin.
Where? Dude, oh my god, I thought we were capping. Again, it's just the dude fucking sitting inside the building looking out. Like, go outside, man.
Love that.
I love it, dude.
Love all that shit.
This is why I went to go play ground room, man. If everyone's gonna be inside, might as well just fucking,
The Eagles, 'cause they beat
you
my
know,
team.
let everyone come to me inside in the fucking building.
Weird. It's a crime that anybody who played defense in that game got a fucking ring.
Yeah.
Because here's another record that Brady set that we never know in today's NFL. When's the next time a fucking quarterback's gonna throw for over 500 yards in a Super Bowl and lose?
Oh, where are you,
I was
man?
on Barstool Sports imitating him talking to
You're sweating so hard back there, aren't you? Holy shit. I don't know where to call in my streak. They're all just scattered.
That guy should be fucking 8-0 in Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna say that Brady to Welker. I don't know who messed that one up.
Okay, so then, you have to move to one city based on their
Should be
sports
7 or
teams,
more.
and it can't be Boston.
Huh?
One
Actually, I
city.
shouldn't say that because Atlanta. There's no way they should have lost that game.
What city would you move to based on all the sporting events you could go to? Meaning, like, you want to be
I would live in Boston during this entire ridiculous run because I left when we sucked, and then I lived in New York during the curse of the Babe. That was cool to be in New York City when the Red Sox won.
Yeah, I was with Gary Goldman. We were in Richmond, Virginia when the Red Sox won.
He probably almost cried.
Dude, he was standing up. You know Gary, how fucking standing up just... Bert, can you believe this is happening?
Yeah. You know what's funny about it? I did a tour with him. He's like the fucking best guy. He's such an amazing fucking comedian.
Amazing.
And the thing about him was,
No.
he just, I still don't think he realizes he's 6'6". And I was talking to him, and he told me that he hit his growth spurt late, and he used to get picked on. And I just couldn't believe he's like a fucking Adonis. And then I saw him. He was working on his jokes, as he always does. He just works his ass off. And he was sitting on the corner, 6'6", sitting like Indian style. And he was just all crouched down. And I saw the little kid that got bullied. And I was just like, wow. That's what I love about touring comics. You actually get to know him. I'm like, that's
Oh no, they spawned behind
that's
me.
where he was for the longest time. And then he like shot up. But like, you know, there's critical times as your brain is getting formed. And like, you know, the pecking order of your class, and you just get it burned into your head. I'm just the guy who gets picked on.
Yeah.
And he walks around. It's probably a better thing because, you know, the way he carries himself. Because he's one of those guys. That's the thing about him, though. That I always got nervous because he always reminded me of Posey and Dirty Dozen.
What the? Dude,
Nice
that
guy, but he was
freaking nade, man.
And he
How are you so good at random shit?
ended up on death
These
row.
kids are so good at being randoms.
Yeah.
So I always like equated like this guy's like he's like Posey doing stand up. Like God forbid anybody.
Oh, he can flip on
I
stage.
get the guy in there.
That God forbid anybody ever step to that fucking.
I've seen Gary. We were in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, and it was right after Last Comic Standing. Gary goes, I'm Jewish, and this guy in the back goes, matzo balls, and Gary goes, the fuck did you just say? The guy goes, matzo balls. He goes, the fuck did you just say? The guy goes, matzo balls.
Prodigy, who the heck? Hi.
I was ordering off the menu.
The stream for Zaldor only.
Fucking lost it, dude.
Oh my god, Tony.
About racism.
What?
I don't understand why saying the food of
That
somebody's
was crazy.
culture is so fucking
Some guy in the chat, I don't
I
know.
had that
You
conversation with.
fucking potato-eating Irish son of a bitch. They call like German people krauts, sauerkraut, French people frogs, because they eat frog legs. It's like, that's gonna get you up off the couch. You
This guy keeps killing me, man. Tony keeps killing me.
I just talked to, we did something.
Yeah,
for
Tony's a
Brett
beast.
Rollins, and I just, with one of the funniest things I've ever seen, not
He used to be in
realizing
Snap.
witness.
How are you, man? Prodigy, I'm sorry, I don't remember you.
In the desert. It's like 110 degrees. We're under a fucking tent. It's dusty. All they have is bottle, like little bottles of water, but it's not even a cooler. And craft services comes out with a tray on ice of watermelon, and they bring
Hey,
it
my game didn't crash.
fucking watermelon.
Oh, that's Night Train?
Watermelon for white
Shit, what's up,
people.
bro?
Like, nah, cube it. We're not gonna eat it off the rind in front of white people.
I'm doing a little console stream for my guy Zalder here.
We talked about it on something burning, but fucking the two of them just sitting.
I actually,
They both made.
I just resigned my job, so I'm not working anymore. Night Train, so I can stop by your late night streams, buddy.
Set you up. You took me out to the desert. They're gonna make me eat this shit, and then they're gonna kill us.
Oh,
And it's a
shit.
reality show, so we were doing. So they were thinking, nah, someone's videotaping us eating
Xbox.
Can I tell you something?
watermelon.
Or
Yeah.
Superior?
Yeah.
That's one of my
What
favorite
the?
Chappelle show jokes.
What's that?
When he talks about how he likes chicken.
He's not even on Xbox when his name is that, though.
Because he feel this is like one of those punchlines. You know, do you have like punchlines in your relationship that you say to your wife?
Yeah.
You just love. Yeah. This is one. This one has lived. I think this was on Killing Software.
Yeah, dude, I know you were on a late night grind, and I had like a 4 a.m. job, so it was just,
Every fucking night.
it was like I had to have my day off to like be able to stop in, and then sometimes I'd even forget.
You wouldn't eat it in public in front of white people because I like chicken, but because I just feel like white people are walking by going, look at him. He loves it.
Oh, look at him.
So, like whenever.
I don't know how I feel about this map, Aqua.
Yeah.
I might end up leaving this one.
I love something. Like, these fucking things are delicious. I love it. And she just
I don't know where they are.
He loves it.
Oh, look at him.
And it makes us laugh every, like we're going on 15 years of that fucking line.
How great is that there's a line that you have in your relation? I want it to sound like a boot stuck in mud, only wetter.
What is that?
That's how all our lines are based off of Skanks memories. Skanks
Where was he, man?
That's
It's so hard to see anyone that's blending in there.
And this is how I judged
Blending
if I was
in
going to
there.
be able to marry my wife. Is if she left.
He left.
Lock the door test.
And when he said,
Alright,
when he goes, oh, come on,
I'll leave this
who's
one.
next? Eskimos? Yeah, they're up next. Or as I call them, snow Mexicans. My wife fell out of her fucking seat in my car on
What was
the
I gonna
ground
do?
laughing.
Edit my
And
loadout.
we quote that album more than anything. That album brought me more joy.
David Tell
Yeah.
is and always.
This is a really good
He's
class
the
setup,
guy.
whatever I
He's
got
number
here.
one. Yeah,
I think I'm missing
he had one of my favorite lines he had was,
something.
there's a million
Usually.
ways to say I love you, but there's
Yeah.
only one way to say wrong hole.
Dude, this is just like level this shit up and then you get the camera.
Dude, I told that joke to my dad. He almost fell off our back porch.
Long shot? I don't know. How do I not have any long
I'm
shots?
gonna do a podcast of just comics telling other comics' favorite jokes. Me and Brian Reed.
Dude, I've been sniping people on fucking.
Shibble jokes.
What you call it?
How many times have I told this fucking these jokes?
I got one for you.
What?
Was the time when he had a show, and right before he had a show, he had to take a shit, and there was this disgusting fucking
Are you ready?
bathroom, and he went there, you know, you hover over it,
Yeah.
and he took a shit. It was one of those things where you, know,
Alright.
you take a shit, and then the toilet water before your asshole can close, the
Yep.
toilet water shoots up in
I
your
want to take
ass.
another hit here.
And he goes, so now I go on
Dude, Night Train is from
and he goes, I'm
Oregon,
not doing well. Because the crowd's listening to my
where they
jokes,
have
and all I can
fucking
think
weed
is, what's laying
dispensary,
eggs
where
in my
not, I
ass?
mean weed vending machines.
And I butchered that, but it was just and how he got away with that shit.
Have you ever seen a weed vending machine or no?
He looked like he was talking to himself, like he was trying to figure things out. You know, I brought up.
I think it's in a dispensary. I'm not sure.
One of the most underrated comics. He unfortunately passed away right before he was gonna hit. He worked totally clean, and he had this thing when he would deliver the punchline, he would like lean forward. Say it, so
I might be making that up. I don't know. I saw a picture of it.
He was like, some guys have dick with women.
Alright, I'm gonna start it up. We're gonna go ahead and jump in right now.
Whatever it is, I have the antidote, ladies and gentlemen. And he just stick his tongue out a little bit after he did it. He was like,
Oh man, Nitrate, you still there, man? How's school?
I consider an older guy.
Are you not doing that anymore, are you?
He passed away, but like, he was a former substitute teacher, and he just like dressed the part. I don't know. Oh my god, dude, he was fucking brilliant.
Dude.
Not a dirty word. And in the end, he was, whatever he was sick from, he couldn't stand up. And he was
how are we doing TDM?
He was trying to make so much money.
Oh, there we go.
And he would, like, you know, after every show, he'd call his kids
44, bro.
FaceTime, too, which is fucking brutal. But he used to, towards the end, he just didn't have the strength to stand up. And his act was so good, like Hedberg level, where Hedberg could lay on the stage and just say his jokes. He would sit down, murdering.
Yeah.
CEO of Crackers.
He actually probably became a better comic, you know, like...
Because he was forced to sit.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's that guy's game tag.
Yeah.
Like, Bobby Kelly was always fucking an amazing...
How'd you like my commentary, Aqua?
This conversation with Bobby Kelly.
He fucked up his knee,
Dude.
and he
You didn't like it, did you?
rely on his charisma.
Yeah.
And then that's when his shit went from, like, this guy's one of the final...
Dude,
all the way up.
I worked with him.
I didn't do a cut com.
We both did stand up
I just
together.
did that in one.
Fucking destroyed.
Okay. What are you doing, buddy? You already said you're fucking camping back here? Oh, dude, our teammates are the worst. Cluster strike!
I'll tell you
This is started game?
the joke that Brian Regan and Tom Papa told me from
It's gonna give some bullshit spawns, isn't it?
Robert Schimmel. He goes, Brian Regan's favorite Robert Schimmel joke was, went to the circus with my daughter.
We could try it after this.
Riding on a bicycle. When we got out, my daughter said, "Dad, I wonder how they got that bear to ride a bicycle." He goes,
For sure, dude. Let me know and I'll stop right in. You're going live tonight?
Wait, this one's even better. This one's even better. Tom Papa said his favorite Robert Schimmel joke was,
Alright. I'm not waiting.
Fuck. Why am I drawing a blank? He goes, Siegfried and Roy got attacked by the tigers.
No.
Someone said to me, how does that even happen? He goes, I'll tell you how it happens. You're a tiger, you're in India, you're with your brother, and some guys capture you, spray paint you white, put you in a cage, send you over to Vegas, and you work day in and day out with two gay guys on a stage, and then one night, one tiger looks at the other tiger and goes, this all ends
Where is he?
tonight. This all ends tonight.
Remember Geraldo's bit on those two?
No.
He goes, that's one of the greatest love stories of all time. What are the odds that a gay lion tamer is going to meet another gay lion tamer?
Anyone home?
What are the odds? You're into lions too?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I love good jokes. I love David Attell's got one of my favorite jokes right now. What I want you to do is just cut our audience. I'll tell him the joke and then bring it back up when he starts laughing. He goes, is it just me or is it
Is that me or did I just run towards that guy trying to get away? Yeah, I couldn't even think straight, dude. My dog was like barking aggressively like someone's at the door.
Dave, no, nobody's at your level.
Oh, crap, this shit.
I was talking to him on the phone the other day and he was like just very casual. Maybe me and Segura go out and do a couple dates together. And I was like, hold on, I'm catching in Segura right now. I want to hear him drop to the fucking ground. Dave's our hero.
I'm not liking this map either, man. There's like,
I'll cancel whatever fucking tour I've got to go on tour with the Dove.
oh, what the I haven't even peeked yet.
Comic I don't want to talk to. Ian Bagg said
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
I remember just his throwaway lines that he never uses.
That's what I'm saying.
Bumping mics. What's his face? Jeff Ross goes, I threw on my back doing blah blah blah. He goes, I threw on my back carrying the show.
If you were as half into comedy as you are into cream cheese. Dude, one time when I first got into stand-up, I walked through the back. You know, you had to go to the bathroom through that little, like you had to walk through the audience at the cellar to go to the bathroom. And I had a Hawaiian shirt on. And Dave Attell goes, oh, Hawaiian shirt. Only 2 types of people wear Hawaiian shirts. Gay guys and party animals. Which one are you? I was such an idiot. I went, party animal. He's got a dick. Why isn't he talking about it? Dude, Dave Attell is the greatest. Oh, the fucking greatest.
I'm gonna butcher one of his jokes. There was some Olympics, and right in the very beginning, somebody
dude,
died.
It's a Comedy Central thing. For all things comedy from Netflix.
Just because I think it's fitting that the Olympics started with the sacrifice. We somehow went all the way back to like the Greek times.
Oh, why is, dude? Why are they all camping? Why are they fucking?
I just blocked with the Dave Attell.
I was working with them in Miami.
Dude, I'm trying so hard, and they're just like all fucking sitting corners, looking at one window that I'm trying to fucking.
Tiger Shark. She was a surfer, and she lost her arm. And kept surfing, but she was.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen that.
You know, God does everything for a reason. You gotta tell God does everything for a reason.
How many kills is that to get one of those?
For stroking black
What the?
Whiskey, not this other arm.
Bro, this is insane how these kids play. I'm about to hop on back onto ground war, to be honest. I want to. These guys are just fucking playing like. They literally just camping spawn, man. I can't play this shit.
He has a joke.
How hard did that kill?
Dude, when he had that special where he had...
I'm not surprised.
That's my favorite one.
I'm gonna fucking aim every little head glitch that they got.
And he's just having the greatest time.
I want the kind of woman who drinks whiskey and then goes out and yells the N-word at an eclipse. Yells the N-word at an eclipse.
Where are you shooting?
How do you come up with that?
I got none of that. I got none of that.
That's the one who'll call you up late night. Does anybody have a joke like this? You just like, no, and I'm quitting comedy.
He called me. He texted me and he goes, can you talk? And by the way, I only talked to him on the phone maybe once, twice. And immediately I was like, Stanhope's dead. That's the first thing I thought. That's why he's a tell calling me. So I right back, yeah.
Stanhope is Keith Richards.
He's gonna do his last special, which is fucking phenomenal.
All of his specials are amazing. He has one of my favorite jokes when people talk about the environment. He goes, one of the greenest things you can do is kill yourself. Which is fucking brilliant. Yeah. Because I was thinking like today, you know, I drove over an orange cone in my fucking car, and then the engine light came on, and I was looking underneath, and I was like, you know, I was on the highway, this fucking random orange cone, and I couldn't swerve. I caused an accident. I went right over the fucking thing, and I hear it under the car. And I was thinking, kick out, you know?
Yeah.
And then the fucking engine light comes on, and I looked under, I didn't see any fluid or anything. Like, there's no way a fucking orange cone. You know, I mean, maybe you could have knocked off, but they still have that little thing.
I've never been under a car bill.
I just called in my streaks because I got scared, but it worked.
Grew up under conceived. Cops are here, let's keep fucking under the car. So anyways,
I fucking ran into their spawn because I got sick of them hiding.
That they put on the car for admissions or something like that. That's what the problem.
No, I was about to kill him. I was gonna kill him.
That it took to fucking put that on the car, so it goes to leader is probably worse. And I always think of Doug Stanhope. The greatest thing you can do is kill yourself.
I called him one night. And I said,
Oh, I'm so dead right now.
I called him one night. I said, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, should I camp this?
Taking a goose. I said, what? Yeah, just having a cocktail, a cigarette, taking a goose. He goes, you know, I'm trying to write a knock-knock joke. He goes, you know, if you're a really good comic, I could write it. I mean, those guys that wrote them, I'm probably better than them. So I'm working on a knock-knock joke. So I'm going to try to write a couple knock-knock jokes. And I had never looked at comedy.
No way, dude. Why are you sweating so hard in your spawn? I don't understand. Look at this. Why'd you swipe? Why the fuck did you swipe like that? How? Fucking how? You heard me from all the...
I literally, like one of those jokes that's on a calendar. Yeah. And I was like, wait, I could write some of those. and then I was like, it was like almost like a weight off my shoulders, going like,
And I'm stunned.
All I gotta do is think of funny thoughts. That's it, all fucking day. Like, don't it doesn't need to be
Yeah, but I can't
super
do that.
heavy.
Like, whenever somebody tells me a street joke, I usually don't laugh because I'm just so fascinated with the construction. How perfect it is. First of all,
Norman
there's
Norman
no
Donald.
laugh for like the first minute. It's just all set up. Like, you just sit there listening.
Yeah.
Two guys walking to a bar, and you're just in. Okay, yeah. And then boom, 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 boom.
Norman Donald.
I never see it coming, and I'm just like, I can't wait to joke this.
Norman, yeah, you can. You just, you're.
Did you?
I'm being dead serious. I got obsessed with structure on this new hour.
Hey.
Jackie, we're joking because I love the street jokes.
Dude, Norman Donald's the best. He's the fucking best. He met a guy next to me.
There was a guy.
Karma?
A new neighbor. You heard this one? He tells a new neighbor.
What'd he say?
Next to me, he said, "Hey neighbor, what do you do for a living?" The guy says, "Well, Norm, I'm a."
Activision knows how good you are and how much you can make people rage, so they try to keep you off the
He goes,
game.
"It's kind of hard for me to explain.
It's entirely possible."
Show. He goes, "Norm, do you have a doghouse?" Norm goes, "I do." He goes, "Okay, then logically."
I'm gonna say it's entirely possible, and whoever is a Joe Rogan freak will
Because
get
if
it.
you have a
Yeah?
dog, then logically, you must have children. Do you have children, Norm? He goes, I do have children. He goes, well, if you have children, then logically I can assume you're married.
It's
He goes,
not outside the range of possibility. That's another one he uses.
You are a straight white male. He goes, that's what I do, Norm. He goes, interesting. So then I go down to the bus stop, I see another neighbor. He goes, hey, Norm, did you meet the new neighbor? The guy goes, Norm goes, I did. He goes, what does he do? He goes, he's a professor of logic at the university. The guy goes, what is that? And he goes, well, it's easier for me to explain than to show you. He goes, do you have a doghouse? The guy goes, no. And he goes, then you must be a homosexual. Oh, and so then I got obsessed with going like, I want
He's
to write.
another guy. And he's still underrated. He still doesn't get what he deserves. I don't think.
Did you ever hear a story about George Burns? He's a young comic.
Oh my god, they better not be
He
fucking
writes a script.
camping spawns all of a sudden. Oh, it's headquarters?
Now, I've only heard him tell this on.
Oh, this map? There's always something to complain about.
I called Mike Caltech, my buddy, and I go, my buddies are on air. I want to listen to them. I want to listen to the radio. You, I did it for you. I did it for Norm. I did it for Greg Giraldo. And so he goes, I'm a young comic and I write this script. And they go, that's great. George Burns wants to make it. Isn't he kind of old? See now? They go, no. He's as shocked as ever, Norm. Fly out to LA. He wants to take a big meeting with you. So he wants to fly out to LA and go to the Beverly Hills Country Club where all the legends of comedy are playing poker. And he goes, I go up. And they go, who are you? George Burns today.
Aw, dude, this game's gonna be annoying for me. I'm like somehow just shooting people and they're just running away, shaking it off.
Better than he's ever been. Like, okay, then George Burns comes in. George Burns says, gentlemen, this is Norm Macdonald. He is the next legend of comedy. Norm wants to pitch a script. I want the whole table.
Oh, fucking great.
To the whole table. I'm pitching my idea. And all the legends of comedy are there. And George Burns is laughing hysterically. And I'm thinking, this is it. This is my big break. And I look down, and George Burns is buttering his hand.
Can they sit in those windows or am I tripping?
Dude, Norm is the fucking greatest. Oh, fuck.
I suck at telling street jokes. That's the funny thing.
Really?
Yeah. The one that Jackie did, right? Obama. This one, because he actually broke down why he tells the joke like this. We were in Canada, and he was on somebody's fucking podcast, Gilbert Godfrey's, and he was just telling street jokes. And Gilbert Godfrey tells an incredible street joke. So they were just telling street jokes, and we were fucking dying laughing, like little kids listening to this. So he tells this joke. He goes, all right. He goes, there's a lion on the Serengeti. And he
Where
goes,
are they, man?
The dry season, so he finds a puddle of water, so he's excited. The lion bends over.
There's no way, bro. I only got shot by their entire team.
Water. He goes, all of a sudden, this
What the
gorilla comes out
fuck?
of nowhere, comes up behind him and gives him the old Liberace, right? And he goes to the gorilla and takes off, and the lion's like, oh fuck, right?
Gives him the old
Liberace, that's what he says. Then the lion takes off after him, and the gorilla's like,
Where? Why? How come I can't find them?
Clearing, and he sees like a bunch of tents, people there, and there's nobody there. So the lion,
Holy shit.
the gorilla runs to the tent, puts on a hat, picks up the New York Times, and just sits there trying to be chill. Lion comes running by, he sticks his head in and he sees what he's
Why would I
seeing.
even try that?
Did you see a gorilla come running by here? And the gorilla goes, oh, you mean the one that just fucked that lion in the ass? And the lion goes, it's already in the papers? So
I'm about to just leave this, bro.
He goes, now the reason I told it like that, the reason why
How
I
the
said
fuck is this kid so good?
he gave me the old Liberace is because
Jesus
in the
Christ,
beginning,
look
I
at
said he
him.
fucked him in the ass, that's in the punchline. And then also I said he picked up the New York Times so he could say it's already in the papers. Because if he said I picked up a newspaper, then he already would have said fucked him in the ass and already would have
That
said
kid's
papers.
walking around like a
And he
fucking
would've
bop, and
repeated
he's
it,
just
and it
snapping.
doesn't work in comedy like that. And dude, it was a fucking hour of this. Him and Gilbert Gottfried going, I've been
What are we
trying to
doing?
find the podcast. I'm sure I just suck at searching for shit. And it was just, they were just the greatest jokes.
Oh, dude.
And there was like, there's no fat on
Oh,
that
what the
joke.
hell?
Dude.
It's not a wasted
I gotta take
word.
another hit,
They
though.
did that for a fucking hour.
I would watch a podcast. I would pay money. I'd pay
Really?
$10 a month to watch great comics break down street jokes, break down comedy. I didn't even think. It's so funny that just cruised right past me beautifully, and none of the science of how that boat was built was it was all in the inside.
Same thing with me. And then he broke it down. I was just like, wow, like there's like so many rules that were abided by in that joke. It's fucking tremendous.
I would do that with your act. My favorite joke you have is
dick jokes?
No,
Dick jokes?
I want to adopt two kids. I want to adopt the kid that works in the sweatshop and the warrior kid.
Boy soldier.
Yeah, boy soldier. That when I was on a treadmill in my man cave, watching your special, and what killed me about it was
Did you want to play that?
lean down to him. Hey, excuse me too. Look at this fucking eye.
What's it called?
I forget that joke, but man, when you lean down,
I love hearing the comments actually like your jokes. That's a nice thing. You know?
dude, there were guys telling your joke that you haven't put in your new special yet at the football game this week.
That's hardcore.
I almost texted you.
That's
Guys
not
behind
it.
Me, dude, have you heard Burr's joke about this? And I started giggling. I with my cousins.
It was almost. I thought the whole theme was about like night vision, like going dark.
Bit making fun of her arena tour.
Oh, really?
No, dude. I said, well, you know, when the first ladies start acting like they got elected, that's how it starts. Then you just like, how do you not do that joke now?
Yeah.
How fucking overly.
Oh, I gotta fix the
That's how I look at it.
recoil.
It's just like,
I think I did fuck it up
how do
somewhere.
you
I
not
think it was
make
this
fun of
one.
feminists? Because the last thing you want to do, the worst applause break you can get in comedy is that Oprah applause break. Like, whenever you watch those daytime or old show, like when people would say obvious, people would stand up. Because, I think it's time that parents go back to raising their kids. Never. It's just like where was who wouldn't fucking applaud that?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that on Twitter where people are just saying shit so they can and they make it literally about themselves.
Alright, this is the map I hate most in the beta, but let's see if I like it now.
With the Senate, right? Not the Senate. The judges.
Yeah.
The fucking NFL judges. Supreme Court, yeah. So someone was saying, someone tweeted something. I lost male friends this week.
If I could just get them to stop camping so fucking hard, I'd pop
This
off
person,
here.
It's like, this isn't your story.
Yeah.
This is that woman. And the thing was, I believed that woman just for the simple fact that she had been.
Oh no, I wasn't even looking at my screen. What the hell?
Yeah.
It wasn't like she sat on it.
Alright, that kid went right
out
to
of nowhere,
mid.
one person comes ahead, and then you think like, all right, is this a plan? This is the Democrats trying to, because it's a filthy fucking business. I know there's a lot of people, and I am a lefty, but like there's a lot of lefties that they just can't. It's like you're a fan of a team, and you can't admit that somebody on your team's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a call goes your way, and you can't say like that was bullshit. Like last year when the Patriots played the fucking Steelers, that was a touchdown. The guy caught the ball and went to the fucking end zone, and then after further review, what you just saw did not happen.
What are you talking about?
But there's people out there politically that can't fucking do that. But what I love was this
I wasn't
person
even
was
listening.
getting consoled by a certain segment that agreed with her, and it's just like nothing happened to you. You know what I mean? That's like me saying I watched 9/11 on television, and I was, you know, and people are consoling me that I watched it.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I thought it was about the people that were in there, that were innocent, and the firemen that went in there. I didn't know it was about you. And home on your fucking couch.
I tweeted,
with your flat screen TV.
I tweeted.
Postmating shit while you're listening to this woman talking about this shit that changed her fucking life, and then she didn't get justice out of it.
And now her life's being changed again.
Yeah, and now I have to fucking take time out to feel bad for you. Yeah, I remember when I watched the space shuttle blow up. I mean, I was just.
Where were you?
I was so triggered.
Where were you? I was eating nachos.
I missed it.
You didn't? We watched it blow up. We were in Florida then.
Did it land on your house?
No, we were too far. We space shuttle was a big deal across the Florida.
Well, that's why you were privileged. You
No way, dude. Where do you come from? There's no way you're just standing there.
Poor people, right? They live by the airport. Unless you're in Santa Monica, those cunts are shut down that fucking airport.
Are they really? Santa Monica
How
Airport?
many times did fucking Harrison Ford take off from there and not have a fucking problem?
And now Bill Burr
He probably has
takes off.
15,000 fucking hours in the air, right? One fucking time
And I'm
he takes
watching
off.
him.
And like Snoopy's doghouse is basically he's flying some World War I fucking plane, some shit. All original parts, bro. No, that's not. But like, he had a problem, and he landed it like a fucking stud on a golf course, and all these fucking rich cunts are like, that's fucking it. You think he hit somebody's house? He fucked up a foursome. That's the worst he did. They had to fucking maybe skip a hole. Can't believe I paid for 18, I only got to play fucking 17. You met Han Solo, you cunt. Shut down the fucking airport.
He played through.
No, what's his face?
Not gonna spawn here, are
Harrison
they?
Ford's such a fucking badass. If a Millennium Falcon existed, him and Tom Cruise would learn how to fly it.
Okay, then let's do this. Top 5 careers of actors you would love to have had, but you gotta go back in time and have their entire career.
And not die.
They'll show up.
Say not die.
And not die. And not die.
Not die. If I had to die,
Yeah.
I'd blanket on his
Maybe he'll sit in the window and to my teammates.
He's the sickest IMDb page ever. He's in The Godfather. The Godfather 2.
I know who you're talking. And
Dog
Deer
Day
Hunter.
After
Deer Hunter.
and
Deer Hunter. He was married to Meryl Streep.
He was gonna get married to Mousy. What's his name?
John Cazale. God, he was
John Cazale has the Game Over IMDb page. And like,
Yeah.
I think all of them were nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, he got dicked on,
That's an
buddy.
interesting answer.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'm interested. Listen, you give me a 2-hour cigar, eventually I'll fucking say something worth listening to.
How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this podcast?
We're gonna smoke a fucking 2-hour
We're
cigar.
gonna get cancer.
Let's do it once a month.
Once a month
Let's go over
podcast.
to Rogan's. We'll go to his, I sat in his fucking sauna.
You went in the sauna?
200 degrees.
Dude. His Rogan's setup
200 degrees.
is what I want in life.
No way, dude. I'm looking for him so fucking badly, and he's just walking inside the
You
building.
know what he should do? He should
Sitting at corners.
go through a brutal divorce and spend a week there. And he'd come out and just feel like, I'm gonna meet another chick. You come out of there float in his isolation tank.
Got some stem cells put in.
Stem cells, you work out, Rogan fucking positive dude, builds you back up. Teaches you how to do that spinning heel kick. You ever seen that fucking thing?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, you would have to learn how to speak again. If he ever caught you on the temple, like that part of your brain doesn't
Dude,
work anymore.
Rogan's a different person. I think I've always known him. Maybe he's a friend of mine.
Oh my
like,
God.
I've always known him, but when we did Sober October, we challenged each other. I saw a different side of him. I was like, that guy.
He's a champion.
I saw the Pat McAfee one time told me the difference between me and I told him I could kick. I told him that with a month's training I could be a competitive field goal kicker, and he said, he's like, you have no idea. The difference is explosivity. And I went, what? He goes, I have explosivity. That's why I was a professional kicker. You don't have, and you can never get explosivity.
You
And
said that to a
word,
professional kicker.
yeah, I still stand by it.
After all these years of people saying, like, I could be a comedian.
Yeah, I'm on.
I was funny in fucking high school. Like, they think they could fucking do it. Send it to a field goal
I
kicker.
said it to Pat McAfee, I'll say it again. Give me a month. I bet I could be a competitive field goal kicker. But that's what
Not only do you now have
He's a beast with his gun.
50-yarder. Like, that's considered...
No, hold on 1 second.
No. I'm not going to hold on a second.
No, I can do. How often those come
First of all,
out
in
50-yard
the
field
deal we
goals.
signed to do this podcast, you were supposed to never say, hold on a second. No, and you got 60,000 people fucking sitting there watching you. And you got all the cunts, fantasy football, all the people on Twitter, all of those people.
That's where I excel. I want the pressure. That's where I excel.
That's when it gets all quiet for you.
Yeah, I want that.
You live for pressure.
I want that.
You're actually bored just sitting here, but you know.
Dude, the extra points are nothing
Your
for me.
life is on the line. That's when you see the real. You're telling me you're that guy?
I want that.
I gotta tell you something.
Every time a
There is nothing about you.
Is he dead in there? No, he's probably not. Where the
fucking Donnie Brasco on me right now? I'm not fucking buying it.
Give me the
Dude, I hate this game.
For $1 million,
I got one for you.
Okay.
Let's have a bet.
All right.
And we'll have video footage of it.
Okay.
Okay? I'll give you a month. I want you to kick a 38-yard.
Like, dude, just fucking sit in one spot.
38-yard pedestrian fucking kick. That if you miss that thing, your job is in jeopardy in today's NFL.
Okay.
And I'm going to invite 60,000 podcast listeners. We're going to rent out the
Oh
fucking
my god, bro.
No,
I want a crowd there.
That's what we do.
I want a
Next
crowd.
time you do it,
And I want them to
Next time you do
I want them to
arena.
act like it's a fucking away game.
Next time
They haven't even gotten a point. They're just fucking camping that bad.
Jersey.
Next time you do
Christ,
arena,
it's gonna say
we put a goalpost, and I go to the middle of the stand.
I'm gonna leave this game too.
38 yards, we'll count it off. We'll get Pat McAfee there. I want it hyped.
So good.
I want Johnny Hecker to catwalk.
This whole fucking game is boring though, and it's just irritating. Like, I'm going to ground war. I'm not fucking looking for everybody.
Take you up in the helicopter.
Oh fuck.
No, we could do 2v2 maybe. But you don't even get to pick your own guns for the 2v2, so I can't. I'm trying to do
You
cameras.
got 3 footballs. You take the tail number off.
Second game in a row right here, baby.
Jump
the
back in and
dogs.
we're fucking out of this.
Jump in. I love it.
We the dogs.
You don't have the. You're in your 3rd trimester there.
I get a month, you right? Is it a month?
You got a month.
Dude, I see what
Get Rogan. Rogan's gonna put some money. Let's all put some fucking money.
Rogan's got money against me in a heartbeat.
Okay, and you have to wear the hat.
Yeah.
Because you have to disrespect. Because right now what you're doing is you are completely disrespecting kickers. You're disrespecting fucking almost high school kickers at this point.
We're finding a different lobby,
Yeah.
Fuck that
You always
shit.
go for it and fourth down.
Yeah. I like the challenge. I like the challenge.
You want to try one ground war?
I'm seeing a whole other side of you. I
I
can't
love
tell
more than
if
anything.
you're so fucking insecure that you just make these grand statements. You are 2 drinks in. Are you one of those people?
I love talking shit more than anything in my life.
I love that you're talking shit because something great comes out of it. Let's
What is this
do
map?
that.
Hill?
I love.
No, there's plenty of high school football, fields around here.
Yeah.
It's plenty. We fucking go down there. We gotta figure it out.
Okay.
All things comedy. Bertolino, we gotta set that up.
I'm telling you, one of the things I think that's Florida in me.
Fuck, dude, I gotta get out of here.
What time is it?
I got something at 2:30.
Okay. We'll put the toothpick in, finish it, we'll leave.
Okay.
Gunfight.
I love talking shit more than anything.
Eliminate our
It's one of my favorite
I love that I
things.
started smoking this at like about 12:10. No, what time did we get? We got here at 11.
How long have we
What
been
is this gun? What is this?
3 hours?
3 hours?
Are we doing 2v2s?
I don't think we started at 11.
Am I host? What the hell?
This
Jesus.
has got to be a 2-parter.
Yeah, then we got 2 weeks covered in January.
I've never smoked a fucking...
Dude, how the hell can I see anyone on here? This is horrible. Where is he?
That's our podcast?
Dude, I pushed what I had to 2:30 thinking... I was thinking like I'm going to have time for lunch.
I had dinner at 6 at Frank and Russo's. There's no Frank's.
So friends.
And then we get dinner at 6 there. I don't know. After these 2
Dude,
drinks.
oh my god. Why are we doing this? Are you host? Am I host? Dude, I put ground war.
Yeah. I hate booking guests because
I do too.
it becomes
It's the biggest mistake I ever
I
made.
put ground war.
an issue.
It's the best thing about the Money Morning podcast.
How the hell am I gonna aim out of this thing?
I'm actually going to go flying.
Are you learning anything when you fly, or are you just flying for the
Yeah, but
fly?
I'm going to do some auto rotation.
That's landing without it on.
Oh, you don't seem like a crack.
Oh, that guy's Florida. That's our area code.
No, and then we're gonna do these things called pirouettes, which is my favorite thing ever. Like what? Can you please do it again? Yeah, that's a pirouette. It was the most dainty thing. You got an athletic side team. 39-yarder.
Explosivity.
No, I've never done these before.
What is it?
Basically, you're in a hover, and then you're just flying steadily
Reminds me of like the GKS somehow.
to one side or the other while doing a slow 360. And you have to
MP7
maintain
there.
like control, and it just kind of gets all the functions of the pedals. See, you want to be going this way, so now
Keep the momentum.
it's just like a steering wheel. I want to go this way, go this way. Now
Facade? Really?
it's like this, and then you gotta pull it back, and you go backwards, and then
Got
you
the green lights.
oh, this is the perfect shape for this ride. Look at that.
That was a beautiful pirouette.
Perfect pirouette. And I failed.
We went to see Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil in helicopter, and the guy takes us up. Christ the Redeemer.
At least it's a Chrysler something.
Yeah, Christ the Redeemer.
Yeah,
We go up
family down there.
in a helicopter. We go up the mountain, right?
You would not believe this motherfucker just jump over my shot. Oh, he was right next to me, right next to you, to your left, to your
I'm
left.
guessing it's maybe like 5,000 feet up in the
Damn, I
sky.
slacked it.
Wow. And then, yeah, that might be
Ooh.
too high. Anyway,
Break home.
and then we go up there, and then the guy goes out parallel to it over Brazil, and we are now just, and he just sat there still, like just sit there. And I fucking panicked so goddamn hard. And he just sat there waiting to hear, okay, I'm ready to come in.
I feel like I've been listening to his podcast all
I'm
day,
saying
holy
5,000
shit.
feet. It could have been 10,000 feet for all I fucking know. It was so fucking high, and we just sat there not moving the helicopter. And I was fucking.
Are they to my left or right?
Speaking English, I kept going, are we going in? Are we going in? Jiu-jitsu? Or whatever he said. What's the scariest
One of
thing?
the Gracies.
What was the scariest thing that's ever happened in a helicopter?
To anyone?
Where, right next to me somewhere. Fuck.
Not out of the
Yeah, I don't
fight
want to
yet.
answer that.
I don't like this. This is so bad.
Have you had a scary moment?
Yeah.
It's so hard to see anyone.
Drive down the highway, you have a scary.
Not often.
Alright, I was soloing for one of the first times, and I was so nervous. I was gripping the throttle. And the throttle, there's a governor and it'll adjust.
Yeah.
Okay? And I was flying when you take off, you're flying the pattern, it's just like a square like that. So you take off, and then it's crosswind, downwind, base, final. And I was flying downwind, doing my downwind.
Dude, my aim was so bad somehow.
More throttle, but I was so scared that I had like a death grip on it, and the low RPM horn came on, which was nauseating. And I was like, oh my god, I'm having a fucking main road failure here.
I don't even know how to put this shit.
180 auto, which I was not good at.
And you're by yourself?
Yes. Yes. And I just by lowering the collective,
Okay.
you do like a lab rat, you just slam it down, but I kind of, by slamming it down, I let go, and I felt it move. I went, oh. Kept flying.
We were in a helicopter going out to this thing called the frying pan. It's in the middle of the ocean.
By the way, now, my instructor told me, I was grabbing it like this is the throttle. Now he told me, he goes, slide your hand down. So this is, you just have it like this. That's still enough.
So, okay.
Crank it down, but as you get more experience, you're not white knuckling.
Yeah.
So you're hanging on to it, so then you just feel it. Free phallic.
They told me that.
I just showed you how to
Fly a helicopter. I can probably do it.
And give a hand job.
Do you think I can get in a helicopter with no training and figure it out?
No.
Like, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Be honest. Do you think, okay,
Being honest, no.
Armageddon, helicopters
Guy
on.
can kick field goals, he can fly helicopters. What the fuck? Who am I podcasting with him?
You don't think that I flew a plane with no training?
What, did they already take off?
Yeah.
And the guy just gave you the controls?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not flying.
I technically.
That's like when your dad goes, hey, take the wheel.
They say if you go too fast in a helicopter, it stalls.
Is that what they say?
Is that right? That you go to a certain.
You get retreating blade stall.
We got a Doom fanboy and the other team there.
But it makes this big. What do you call that? differential. That's all that ground school shit. I just know what not to do. It's easy. You just do what they say to do and don't do what they say not to do. And
Go,
you're
go,
fine.
go, go,
Promise,
go,
just
go,
other
go,
fucking
go.
idiots out there. That's the problem.
Securing Echo.
I can't believe we're not going to be able to finish this ride.
You're pretty much done.
How long a ride is it over to Burbank?
You're in Burbank.
Taking Delta.
I mean, Burbank Airport.
We have taken the lead.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. All right, we can finish.
Oh, you're going straight to the airport.
Yeah. Flying to the...
You have to rent it.
No, they give it to you for free.
No. People like the way I do Soul Cycle, we have to go in and go out there.
And Stacey Dash is going to be, I wanted that helicopter. Call man. Call man.
No, teammate just took my kill.
Could I get a helicopter off the ground? No, right.
What the I hate this game. What'd you say?
Guys, I'm getting us out of here. We're going to Camarillo. Let's go.
Yeah, just like that.
Seems like right.
Yeah.
Do you have an exit strategy for an Armageddon of you and your family in a helicopter?
I have to have one near me.
You couldn't just.
Yeah, because it already takes an hour to get to Burbank. Fucking house. Forget about during Armageddon. We just murdered 40 people and get by the tanks. If they've somehow left the keys in one, like everybody where I fly would have already taken all of them.
Oh my god, dude.
There's another thing too. They always show in the movies like the zombies are coming and you just run and you just jump in a plane. That's not how it works. Maybe a plane, but a helicopter, there's a whole startup procedure. I guess
Oh my
could
god, you gonna
bypass
run
it,
into that tank over there?
You know, just fucking start it up, get it going.
Because you gotta go check all the screws.
Well, you would. I don't think when the zombies are coming, you're gonna do any pre-flight. What if this crashes? Well, it's better than getting eaten while still alive. You guys got your seatbelts on?
Oh, fuck. Alright, we should wrap this up. We're gonna get up there.
Okay.
How do we end it?
Thank you for listening to the Bill
Bert?
Podcast. God bless you.
Bert Kreischer.
What was after the Ohio State-Michigan game, like 2002? Big Ohio State-Michigan game. I know you don't really understand the football thing of it, but it's a huge day, big event. We won in a very close game, undefeated season for Ohio State, so they're headed to the national championship.
Can I have
And
it?
then sofas on fire in the street for like the next couple hours. And then shortly as the night exploded, there was a couple bonfires in the middle of the street. We saw it on the news, so we went close to see it because we were a couple blocks away. As we got close, we heard the D-Knocker bullets getting fired out, so everybody scattered.
Were those rubber bullets?
Yeah, everyone went from one street on campus to like 3 other streets. Then it started up again. The street I was on, 7 cars got flipped over, I think it lit on fire. So people started trying to like move their cars and lose it because they're college kids who don't have any money, whatever. A lot of those people got caught on videos, expelled from school, whatever, but at the end of that street we were on it, we saw all the riot police, the SWAT team like lining up. They started firing tear gas everywhere. A tear gas canister ended up on the porch of the house we were in, like exploded in the house almost, like we were all coughing and had to get the fuck out of there. Lasted for a couple hours, like no one died, anything like that. There wasn't a lot of violence, but just 12 to 15 cars got fucked up.
The thing is, someone could have died. That's what's really crazy about those
Oh my god, I have to sneeze.
of violence is that when something's in the air,
Oh, dude, I've had to leave this game.
it's like everything seems.
Oh, I fucking hate this shit.
It seems like
Yeah.
civilization's flimsy. Like for that brief moment, I think there's a.
I literally can't do
natural
shit, dude. I'm
thing
just spawning to
that
die
kicks
pretty
in
much.
people That sort of allows them.
How do we not even have
to
E? This shit's in our spawn.
And it allows them to act like when the tribe.
You wanna drop me off at the helicopter?
Like when a neighboring army invades your village, there's some thing that kicks in where you like recognize this violence and you just look to swing on anybody that's around you. And you see it in these
Help,
brawls
help,
when you see some sort of a riot.
There's another one.
And you're like, I guarantee that guy's never punched anybody before in his life, and he's running over trying to punch people, and everybody's punching everybody, and people are swinging and you see
There's a tank over here.
whenever you see like an Antifa versus Proud Boys type thing.
It's
You know
like-
what I mean? Like these left versus right, Trump supporters versus Bernie Bros. And you see chaos.
Talking about online or
Online,
on
I
the
haven't
street?
seen those in person, but when
Right.
you see these moments,
Tribal,
these
yeah.
tribal moments where it feels like it could break out into violence at any time, there's a smell in the air. It's like it changes the atmosphere of the air, and you feel like you gotta protect
coming,
yourself.
bitch.
Anything can happen at any moment. From people that you would never think of as being violent, like you would never assume that these folks would be violent to you. They don't look scary. They're not scary looking people, but everybody just seems to get up. It's like a thing happens, like the locust.
Right.
Like a little trigger happens with people.
Dormant
Yeah.
behavior patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've often wondered about what that is. Because I've been around it a bunch of times. And, well, I was around it once, big time in high school. When I was in high school, there was a kid who
Why'd I challenge that kid?
had a really nice house. And he moved into the neighborhood for the first time, and he decided he was going to have a party.
Oh, what the hell? I meant to spot over there.
People started robbing his
Is there an
house.
ATV coming soon?
You know, a brawl broke out. I'll never forget it. And I was there.
Huh?
At the event horizon of the brawl. I was there at the moment.
I'll cruise with you then. But isn't there two that drop?
I can't remember what she did. I can't remember if she threw a drink in his face or if she hit him. I don't remember. But I remember him hitting her. 'Cause I remember-
How are we all trapped back here, man? There's one right here.
Put his hand back. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna punch her in the face. And boom, he punched her right. I mean, like, he knew how to punch too. It was like a real punch to the face. The girl goes.
I was gonna sit here and watch this
and then,
motherfucker kill
you know,
everything.
she falls back, and then chaos. I mean, people.
They were really on our spawn.
People, piles of people out in the yard.
No!
Everybody
What are you-
ducking. It's like a movie. And then
And almost everyone has no idea
Where?
what they're even fighting about.
No way,
the
dude.
moment it happened, I was there.
No way people can play like this.
You know, it really
fucking
is. I have like
incredible.
this blurry slide, but I do remember that fist hitting her face because I remember he went like this. I was like, oh no, he knows how to punch, and he went bang, just cracked her in the face, and she is like, her head went back, and she went out cold. And I think somebody caught her. I think someone caught her as she was going down, and then it was just melee. But I remember the feeling in the air because that was the first time I think I'd ever been around anything like that. I was like, whoa, it's piles of kids fighting on the, you know, all
Were you fighting?
I'm running away from
Why is the timing so awful?
I mean, I was in martial arts, but I was very, very rarely involved in any extracurricular altercations. So I just got the fuck out of there. And the other time was when I was a security guard for Great Woods. Great Woods is a place in Mansfield, Massachusetts. It was like this concert venue. And Neil Young was playing, of all people. And there's a lawn area.
I've
It's like,
slept in his bed.
have you really?
Yo, I can't tell that story. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, never mind. I haven't.
So it's an amphitheater. So there's this covered seated area, and behind the covered seated area is this gigantic
How the fuck is he
lawn
up there
area.
without my teammates?
And I don't remember.
How are we getting shit on so bad, dude? I do not understand.
On the lawn, like little bonfires, and then it's just then chaos broke out. We started trying. The security people started trying to put out the fires, tell people to stop, and then people started hitting
Where am I?
people and just crazy. And I always kept a hoodie with me. Because I was getting like $9 an hour or something like that. I'm not gonna get shot for $9 an hour or beat up. Fuck this. So as soon as shit went crazy, I put my zip up, I put my hoodie on. I'm like, I quit the job.
Nice.
And as I was leaving, as I was quitting, I was watching people just beat the fuck out of people, and I was like dodging my way through this thing. I'm like, get out of here with this stupid fucking job.
You gotta know when to leave,
But it
man.
was a feeling. It was like, oh, there's that fucking smell in the air. Like anything can happen at any moment now.
How,
Yeah,
bro?
I mean, you think about these dudes who, come back from war with PTSD.
I'm so fucking ass.
Again, it's this consciousness, context-dependent behavior where, they do things in that situation, and then they come back to the normal world. It's like coming out of a dream, and it's hard to believe you did that, It's hard to believe that was you. And how do you integrate that into your life with your wife and your kids and mom and dad and the neighbors? Those poor guys, they're dealing with some real heavy shit there.
And no one
What
tells
window?
them to do that either.
No one knows how to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and no one gives a shit, right?
I
Once
can't
they
see
get
anything.
there, get you to go do what they want to do, then, it's hard to even get, it's a 2-year wait for any sort of psychological counseling.
Is it really?
Yeah.
depends on the state, but at least that. I had a guy on the podcast, actually the one Jamie showed us right before the wingsuit dude, was a dude who had been in Iraq, and then he came back and worked as a SWAT team commander.
I'm gonna hop off. I cannot fucking shoot
all
shit.
sorts of really heavy stuff, and then he just got out, and now he's living off grid in Idaho, raising 3 little boys with his wife, and he's a former Mormon, so he sort of talked about how his Mormonism taught him to respect authority and do what he was told, and that just fed right into his experience in the army and with the police. But man, I have so much compassion.
Oh
for those guys
no, that's a Harrier.
who get out and like look back and say, what did I do? And yeah, it was that guy. Well,
Hey, it's 'cause they're like fucking scorpions, man. There's like one of them. There's like 100 of them just fucking there.
Like stop the thought process when we come back into civilization,
yeah.
but still have the memories.
And how do you trust yourself?
Right.
That I'm not gonna hurt anyone else.
How? Where are you shooting me from?
Yeah, it's hard, and yeah, like we were just saying, that they get very little support. They're sent off to do this horrible stuff, and then they come back and say, okay, no, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, the incremental progress that we achieve as a civilization it's amazing, but also so frustratingly slow that no one I've ever talked to thinks
Someone
there's
flanking
gonna
us
be a
right now?
lifetime where there's no war. No one thinks there's gonna be a moment in our lifetime where there's no murder. No one thinks there's gonna be a moment in our lifetime where there's no rape, where we just figure it out. Like I'm pretty confident if it was just 3 of us forever, no one would rape anybody, no one would murder
Just the 3 of us?
3 of us.
I sure hope not.
But you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm probably the victim here.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what number of people, how many people do they have to be before one of those things becomes possible?
Why is it now when I'm looking for them I can't
If you have a
fucking
group
find
of
him?
Close friends, a group of close friends who are good communicators and good, honest, healthy, friendly people can live together. And whatever issues you might have with someone not doing the dishes or someone forgetting to
No, why would you
put
shoot
back
at
your
him?
lawnmower or whatever the fuck it is, you can work that out. It's no big deal. Like, what's the number of people?
150.
Okay,
That's
right.
Dunbar's number.
Dunbar's number. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard about that.
Yeah, I mean that might really be it. That might really be what we're programmed for.
Well, that's what hunter-gatherer. That's where hunter-gatherer groups always splinter.
Yeah.
Or they never get beyond that. And I think that's why, because a hunter-gatherer group, which is egalitarian and sharing and cooperative and all that, by necessity.
Where am I getting looked at
our
from?
ancestors survived is by taking care of each other, mitigating risk. You need reputational damage. And if everyone doesn't
What
know
the hell?
everyone, reputational damage is no longer effective. So if you, let's say you
I'll go up here,
you're a
fucking
hunter
shit.
and you kill an antelope and
Just kidding, where?
and you just keep it for yourself.
There's no way you're just standing there.
Remember well with a hunter-gatherer group.
I'm fucking so done with this game.
Ridiculed, chastised, maybe expelled from the group, maybe have a hunting accident and die. Because that hoarding, selfish behavior is extremely taboo in a hunter-gatherer society. Whereas, you look at our society where reputational damage is no longer functional outside of your group of friends. As long as you're good to your friends, your golfing buddies, you can screw the rest of the world. You can not pay your contractors for years and become president.
Right.
Everyone in New York, I worked in real estate in New York in the 80s. Everyone knew who that guy was and what he was up to, and you couldn't trust him. He was full of shit, and he ripped everybody off. But that's how business works in New York. Even the company I was working for is really interesting to see how your leverage increased when you owed somebody a lot of money. There's that truism: if you owe someone $5, you have a problem. If you owe them $1 million, they have a problem. You really see that. But yeah, I think it's 150 is the cutoff for how many people we can keep track of. I think Dunbar's numbers proved to be pretty accurate.
Well, it seems to be what we evolved to sort of be accustomed to, right?
Yeah.
That's the
neocortex.
Yeah.
That's Dunbar was looking at the brain anatomy of different primates, And by looking at the proportion of a neocortex to the rest of the brain, he predicted the maximum social size of those primates, of each of the species.
Wow.
And that's how he came to the estimate of 150 for humans. And then they went and looked at people, they did, data collection.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That they can do the physical size of something like that. That there's a direct correlation, like the direct correlation between the size of primates' testicles and the amount of promiscuous females in the area.
You've read Sex at Dawn, Joe.
Yes, I have.
Finally.
I read it a long time ago, man. I read it a long time ago.
I'm thinking I might do, I did the audiobook of Civilized to Death, which I really enjoyed that process. I'm thinking I might do a 10th anniversary director's cut audiobook of Sex at Dawn.
Did you do the audio version?
No.
Who did?
Actors.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. My
Yeah.
friend Steve Ranella, he wrote a book on buffalo, the American buffalo. You know, just the history of buffalo in this country. And someone else wrote it. Finally, I could write it back.
Yeah.
He did it himself now.
Yeah.
Just
That's what I'm gonna do.
him. Because the person
Oh no, my fucking pen died.
soap opera actor
Right.
had no connection to the material at all.
And in Sex at Dawn, there's a lot
I
of
gotta stick this over the charger.
and,
Yeah.
sort of wry asides and stuff. And the people who read it, they don't get it. They didn't get the humor. So it's just a straight ahead. It's as if, someone took your comedy material and just read it in a monotone. It's like,
That's called
come on.
criticizing the blog. You don't do it, someone takes it and just puts it in quotes like that.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, there's no delivery there.
We're getting shot from that 13-minute.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I think I'm gonna, I don't know if Steve did this or not, but I think I'm gonna, as I said, a director's cut. So I'll when I read a paragraph that reminds me of something, or, what I thought when I wrote that, or, my dad really wanted me to include that phrase, or, whatever little asides. So there'll be some commentary as well, I think.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
David Goggins had a really interesting way he did his. He did his book where he actually didn't read it. He had a friend read it. And then in between paragraphs, they discussed all the different events that happened that he talked about and gave other details that weren't in the book.
Right.
So the audiobook is essentially like an audiobook / podcast.
Yeah, so you're not just getting a reading of the book, you're getting bonus material as well. Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. There's no rules with that kind of stuff. It's your book. You can kind of do whatever you want. You can even talk about how you feel now about that chapter.
Sure.
You could always
What
do
I would
that.
change. Yeah.
Or how you feel
About to
about
get
the material
rushed.
itself and how you interact with the facts that you uncovered versus before. Yeah.
There was I don't listen to audiobooks much, but in the van last summer I listened
You know my game?
to Keith Richards' autobiography.
You lagged out? What
It was
happened?
interesting. He reads like the beginning, and then this actor who sounds like him, has the same accent, reads most of it, and then Johnny Depp reads a couple of chapters, and then Keith comes back at the end.
Well, that was one of the weird things about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was Johnny Depp reading Hunter Thompson, and then honestly did a better job.
I really don't know how I feel about this game right now.
Hunter Thompson has done reading Hunter Thompson.
Yeah.
There's
Oh
a
my
famous
God.
speech about being there at the end of the 60s and watching the waves pull back.
Sure. It crested at the Rocky Mountains and then rolled back into the sea. Yeah.
It's a fantastic speech, but the way Johnny Depp said it was better.
Yeah.
Have
you ever seen Breakfast with Hunter?
Yes.
Do you remember he freaks out about that particular passage? Because who was it, Alex?
Oh, they were going to animate it.
They were going to animate it.
Yeah.
And he fucking pulls out the gun and kicks him off the property and totally loses his shit. You're going to take the best thing I've ever written and make it a fucking cartoon.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That guy used to go off. He was so crazy.
Did you ever meet him?
No. Angry that I never met him.
Yeah.
I would love to meet him.
Yeah, and there were probably a few years there where you could have. Yeah.
Still fucking standing there?
He's one that I really wish I met.
This game's
I
ridiculous.
would love to talk about what it's like to show the Kennedy assassination footage of Geraldo Rivera 10 plus years after the fact. Zapruder film?
Yeah.
He introduces Zapruder film to the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Dick Gregory's like a black
Activist.
comedian.
Yeah. Slash activist.
Right. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, he brought the Zapruder film to Geraldo Rivera, and they played the Kennedy assassination on television.
Shit hadn't been seen
No.
publicly.
No, not only they had not been seen publicly, I believe Time Magazine owned it. I think they bought the rights to it, as you've seen this true. And they shelved it for, I want to say, 12 years. It was like 75.
Dude, I don't know if I could play this fucking game right now.
Television, somewhere in that range. And, you know, the assassination was 63.
Was it 63?
I think it was 63.
I was born in 62. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was right after I was born.
And so no one had seen his head go back and to the left until that footage. And then people were like, wait, what the
Really?
Which doesn't necessarily...
How am I not hitting those?
Gregory get the rights.
I do not remember.
Huh.
I think... I don't remember.
Who else have you met? Werner Herzog?
I'm not.
Are you into him?
Yes.
He's
yes.
he's a
Grizzly
character.
Man is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Me too.
It's one of the best unintentional comedies ever, but I don't think it's particularly unintentional. There's a fucking moment in that film where the sheriff, when the sheriff's talking about like the body and they...
This game is fucking awful,
What did you
bro.
think? Well, first time I heard about it, I thought he was retarded. And then it just has a smash cut to the sheriff's face, and I'm fucking howling.
Yeah.
I'm howling laughing. And I'm like, this guy did this on purpose. Like, there's so many cuts in this movie that are so humorous.
Yeah.
I gotta think that, and Werner Herzog, have you ever heard him on Eric Weinstein's podcast?
No.
Brilliant guy.
Oh, yeah. He's
Really interesting, intense guy.
a very dark sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought, I was like, this motherfucker did this on purpose.
Yeah.
He made this a comedy.
So, do you think that, what was the name of the character? Timothy Treadwell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I watched that movie, my feeling was this guy is closeted,
Yes.
gay dude.
100%.
Yeah, you felt
No
that
question.
too. Okay.
He brings up,
Is there any point of using suppressor on this game?
but I'm not gay.
Right.
So he says, because you say, why can't I find a girl? You know, it's like walking through the woods with this like lispy gay way of talking.
Yeah.
And he's talking to for people who don't know what this documentary is about. It's about a guy named Timothy Treadwell. And Timothy Treadwell was, well, I guess you could say he was a bear expert, but not really. Because the real bear experts are like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He
Yeah.
should get out of there.
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing is he doesn't need to protect these bears. He's pretending that he's protecting these bears. He's living with them. I think there was a certain element of it that was suicide by bear.
Yeah.
I really do. And he was walking through the woods, holding this camcorder, getting film, going, if I was gay, it would be so easy.
Right,
But
talking
I'm
to
not
the
gay.
camcorder
Yeah.
as his only friend, because
Yeah.
he was out there alone for
Months at a time. Yeah.
every summer.
But no one who's not gay says, well, if I was gay, it would be really easy.
I've
Unless you're
said that a lot.
No.
unless you're being funny
Funny.
with a friend.
Yeah.
Like, well, if I was gay, I would just hook up with some dudes.
Right.
But he's saying it like, why can't I find a girl? If I was gay, it'd be so easy. No, it wouldn't. You're still living in the woods with monsters. You're gonna get a bunch of gay guys. Gay guys, they want to be in Boys Town.
I
Okay?
think they should remake the movie in a bear bar on Broadway.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Grizzly Man.
Instead of doing it with the forest and actual grizzly
Right.
bears.
In the
have
West
it-
Village.
Yeah. If I was gay, it'd be easy. There's bears everywhere.
I went to a bear bar with Andrew Sullivan and Dan Savage.
There's actually a bear bar.
Oh, there are lots of bear bars.
They call them bear bars?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes. For people who don't know what we're talking about, bears are big, hairy.
I know what I'm doing.
guys.
Think Tom Segura and
Are you ready?
They do a podcast called Two Bears, One Cave.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I know, I'm not playing ground right now either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the point.
But if they were gay, they'd be bears. Yeah. I don't know. Bears.
Dan Savage is a trip. I've had him on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That was interesting.
He's an interesting guy.
He's super smart
Yeah.
and funny as shit.
Yeah.
And he's armed with nothing but a sense of humor
dude, I
and a
hate
great
this fucking
intellect
game.
and a big heart.
And honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's changed
I
the
just
world.
can't even
He's
think about
saved
fucking
who
playing
knows
right
how
now.
many
I
lives.
hate it.
You know, he's beautiful. I really liked him a lot.
Yeah, when someone can just be themselves. Again, that's who he is. And
Timothy Treadwell, if he had listened to Dan Savage,
Yes,
everything
yes.
would be different.
well, that leap, man, that coming out leap, fuck, it's gotta be so hard for people. I know several guys that are closeted, and it's torturous.
Yeah.
Torturous to see, and one of them, talked to him. I was like, just come out, man. No one gives a fuck. We don't care.
Yeah.
No one cares.
I'm gonna get my nose real fast too. Don't know.
They worry about, especially actors.
Yeah.
They worry about the careers.
Yeah. I mean, when your career is more important than the integrity of yourself.
I don't think it hurts you. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. The only thing that would hurt with actors is leading man.
Yeah, Rock
roles.
Hudson kind of guy.
Yeah, that's one thing that's fucking real. Like, if you're I don't know if Tom Cruise is gay, but that's always been this stupid rumor.
Right.
Let's assume it's true.
Yeah.
If he did come out of the closet, man, nobody wants to go see a movie where he's a leading man, he's got a wife and kids. You'd be like, that guy's sucking dick! Like, he would never buy into it. That's like a gay woman, like Jodie Foster,
Right.
could easily play a straight woman
Right.
in a movie and no one would care. It'd be
Yeah.
fine. But when a gay, that is the fucking glass ceiling in Hollywood. It's one of them, right? When a gay man comes out of the closet, those roles, John Travolta or whatever it is, whoever it would be, I don't know if he's gay either, but if he was, that's where the buck stops. You cannot be the leading man who's the married guy with kids, or the hot man who's in a sexual relationship with a woman. If we know that you're having sex with men.
But then it's funny, right? We can watch straight actors pretend to be gay, like Brokeback Mountain.
Sure.
That's no problem.
Sure. No problem. Yeah.
Very strange.
Yeah. It's
You see how
it's
bad
one
people
of
are
the
camping on
last
TDM like you
open
want, huh?
prejudices that we all accept because no one's been able to bridge that gap. Except, what's that dude's name? That fucking, he's got 3 names. Little skinny guy. Used to be on a sitcom, How I Met Your Mother.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, that guy. Doogie Howser. Yeah, that guy. He's openly gay. Did he play a womanizer on a sitcom?
I think on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never watched it,
But the thing about sitcoms is they're like plays. Like those kind of sitcoms in front of an audience, they're horseshit. It's not like a movie. It's
Right.
horseshit. You know it's horseshit. Everyone knows it's horseshit.
Anything with a laugh track,
Yeah.
I'm very suspicious, or studio audience.
Like Happy Days. Like I love Henry Winkler, but the Fonz.
Yeah.
Like, that's horseshit.
No, wait, is Henry Winkler gay?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
I always assumed he was.
This fucking
Because
man.
he was so overcompensating with the Fonz.
I think that was the character. You
Yeah.
meet him in real life. He is.
I need my pet the charger.
Yeah,
He's
he's
so
in Barry now. He's-
Is he?
yeah, he's plays an acting coach in Barry. I haven't seen it. I hear it's
I've never
great.
seen Barry. He's a fly fisherman. He wrote a book on fly fishing.
TDM,
And I think
fuck.
the book's called "I Never Met an Idiot on the River." Because
Time for people to camp really freaking hard.
Fly fishing is a very weird pursuit because a lot of it is catch and release.
Yeah.
Which, as a person who enjoys the outdoors
Enemies in the area.
and
What
enjoys
the?
eating fish that I catch, I'm very torn on that activity.
Oh,
The
nothing
catch
there,
and
nothing
release
there.
activity. I know it's fun and I have done it. I get it. But it's weird. It's weird. You're sticking a hook through
Yeah, I
an
was gonna
animal's
say it
face.
traumatizes the
Got
fish.
to
It's
go out
got
there.
to.
They got
How many of them die?
Well, fly fishing, very few,
Uh-huh.
because you're dealing with barbless hooks for the most part. So
Right.
it just goes into this cartilage in their mouth. They don't really feel, and then allegedly don't really feel. I don't know if they feel it. And then they pull it
I hear
out.
them all back here, but what the hell?
There's some catch and release, especially with like 3.
How annoying is it? There's no red
Animals
dots.
definitely die. They get caught in their gills, and you start bleeding from their gills, and then you have to release them anyway. Because some places the regulation is catch and release. But people love doing it. They find like peace, like drifting a fly past this area where the fish is.
What the? Dude, what?
Fly, and then the fish grabs it, and then you got him. Oh boy! But you're tapping into this
Oh my god,
sort of
bro.
primal reward system that you have in your DNA that makes you want to catch these fish.
But it
Then
gives you a
let it
reason
go.
to be out by the river, out in the morning. Normally it's morning or dusk when the flies are landing. I think I've been hunting since the last time
Really?
you and I spoke. Yeah, bow hunting.
You went bow hunting?
Yeah, on Hawaii, Big Island.
Oh,
I actually went on
didn't
2
you go
trips.
with Kyle Kingsbury
Yeah.
and Ben Greenfield and
That
all
was
those
a
guys?
deer, Axis deer trip to Molokai.
You have a bow?
I do.
How often do you practice?
Since I went hunting, not much. But before I went,
What
every
the
day.
fuck is going on right now?
I was.
Did you have a coach?
Nope. I had some friends who, you know, helped me out, and I watched, you know, Cam, your buddy. Yeah, I watched some of his videos. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. So first I went on that trip with Peter Attia and Greenfield, like all these podcast human optimization
Who set that whole
guys.
thing up?
My buddy Kyle Tierman is a big wave surfer. He spends a lot of time.
You know
in
Kyle
Hawaii.
Tierman?
He knows a lot of people there. Jeff Healy, I think, big surfer dude. Anyway, so he knew all these people, and I guess Aubrey and some other those guys sort of asked him to hook them up with a trip, and so he put it all together.
Unbelievable,
and then at the
dude.
last minute, I think Aubrey couldn't go. I think because you were coming down to Austin, and he wanted to you know coordinate with you or something. So they said, "Yo, Chris, if you want to go, it's all paid for." And I'm like, helicopters, Hawaii? Fuck yeah.
So did you have to practice leading up to that, or were you already shooting a bow?
I was already shooting because we had, Kyle Tierman and I had already planned a trip for like 3 weeks after that. So I was already practicing for that, which was going to be a pig hunting trip on the Big Island. But then I went on this deer thing, but mainly I went on the deer thing just because
Yeah, I'm done fucking trying,
in
dude.
helicopters. See Molokai, which is amazing.
Right.
But I didn't hunt on that because I didn't. Honestly, I didn't want to hurt anything. You know, I wanted
Didn't
to.
feel like you were competent enough with it.
No,
or didn't want to do it at all.
the deer
Such a
are
fucking waste of
farther
time to
away,
even
and
try in
they're
this
much
game when you could just sit in
harder.
one spot.
They're much more aware, and like stalking was a lot harder. And so I just basically hung out and had a good time.
They're so hard.
Yeah.
They're so that animal, axis deer, is an animal that evolved to get away from tigers.
Right.
They're the fastest thing I've ever hunted by far.
Super alert.
I hunted them with Cam Haynes and
On Molokai?
no, on Lanai
Oh.
and John Dudley just before you guys went. And we were there between the time we were there and when we were there the last spring. There was 150 hunters that went there to bow hunt. One was successful.
Really?
Everyone else pulled out a rifle.
Huh.
Everyone else was like, fuck this. Because you can't get anywhere near those goddamn things without them jumping. But if you can get your stalking skills down, where you can sneak up on an axis deer and kill one with a bow, holy shit, that's black belt level stuff.
Are they not spawning back here?
Peter Attia, he got 2 or 3, I remember.
He's very, very, very into it. He's
Yeah.
a super, super smart
How?
guy.
Yeah, he is. He's cool. I enjoyed hanging with all those dudes. But then the next, 3 weeks later, we went, Kyle and me and Simon Rex. I don't know if you know him. He's a actor
Slash
comedian.
Yeah, Dirt Nasty.
Dirt Nasty
Yeah,
rapper.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Anyway, we went on this pig hunting trip, and that was interesting. That was, so I wanted to have the experience because I'd never hunted, I never killed anything, and I eat meat, so I felt like I have this, responsibility to have the experience and confront it and all that. And I was actually the first of our group to kill
No! Why did I get desperate for that kill?
It was strange. I didn't feel sad or traumatized.
Christopher Ryan?
I felt heightened awareness, but I think I
Fuck
might
kind of
hunt
spawn
again.
building is this, bro?
I'm moving to Colorado.
Can I not get out of here?
Oh, yeah?
Jesus.
Sort of south central.
my
It's a
God.
tiny little town. It's a interesting area there. But anyway, there's a lot of elk hunting there. And I'll probably do some elk hunting with local people.
You gonna do it with a bow again?
No,
Yeah,
I
these
think I'll
spawns
just
don't fucking make sense to me.
Because I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
Not gonna
Like,
be.
where's that one
obsessed
staircase?
to do it every day.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I don't do that.
Yeah.
And also, I don't. The thing about a bow is, and maybe this is what you're implying here. If you're not really good, the chances of an elk running off or a pig running off with an arrow in its ass and dying
Where
a
should I
slow
go? I don't know,
death
because
is
they're camping on
quite
top.
common. If you hit it with a rifle, high-powered rifle with a scope,
So good, dude. This game is fucking awful.
But you're much more competent with a rifle, and it's a better.
Everyone camping on fucking rooftops.
Just describe it. And Colorado has, I think, twice as many elk as any other state in the
Really?
country. Yeah, Colorado is one of the best places in the world to elk hunt.
If they're gonna fucking release a game this ass, they should have dropped another COD game with it.
You take an elk, that's a lot of meat. I shot this.
Last time they remastered Modern Warfare, they fucking dropped
It's not a lot of meat.
Infinite Warfare with it.
So, yeah, it's,
Remember
but
World War
it was
II?
interesting.
Are you living in this van? Are you?
No, I have an
you a
apartment.
place
I still have an apartment in LA, but I'm about to give it up, I think.
just to be a nomad.
Yeah, because, I mean, I was in the van all 5 months, and it's like, okay, I'm paying rent to
Right.
what? Like, to leave my clothes there, basically.
Right.
Like, I don't really need to be doing that.
No, I admire that sort of nomad sense of life. I admire it. I don't ever see myself.
I'm not doing
do
too
it.
young, dude.
You
Those
know,
kids were
there's
just
a
steady in
romantic
one fucking
aspect to it
spot.
that's undeniable.
Well, your life's different, man. You have kids, you know, you have a life
Fucking
here
ground
that's
war?
really, you've built over a lot of time, you know? I just got here a few
You're
years
kind of
ago.
a prisoner to that, though, in a certain way. You're a prisoner to all your obligations. There's just,
Oh, sure.
That's one of the things
Yeah.
that's romantic about this nomadic thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I have to come here. I have a certain amount of podcasts I have to do a week.
But you
They're
don't,
stacking
Joe.
up.
You don't.
I don't.
I mean, that's.
Right.
I was thinking that we're talking about the you know, closeted gay actors. What is money worth if you can't buy your freedom with it?
Mhm.
Your freedom to be who you are,
Right.
As a closeted gay person, right? Let's say. What is it good for? I mean, that's the first
The
thing.
closeted gay folks, the problem is like the feeling that you're going to be rejected and come out. I think that's entirely different than someone who gets wrapped up in jobs. Like, one of the things that I can say about the jobs that I have is that I really do enjoy them. Like, I'm enjoying this conversation. I love talking to people.
Yeah.
I love doing stand-up. Love it. And I still enjoy doing the UFC. Those are my 3 jobs.
Yeah.
And I don't do the UFC as much as I used to.
Would you do them all if you were making $100,000 a year total?
I mean, I certainly obviously could live off $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
If that's what I made a year.
So
There's like 10 kids in there, and I only saw 2 red dots.
No.
it's the thing
Fucking
itself.
amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's made the money. What's made the money is I think, right? I think it's my enjoyment of the things
Right.
that's made them interesting. Like, one of the things about podcasts, and I think there's a parallel in stand-up, is that genuine enthusiasm, like real, legitimate enthusiasm, is contagious.
Yeah.
And if you're genuinely interested in talking to people, genuinely curious, it's interesting to listen to.
Right.
And, you know, you do your best to get out of your own way, and you do your best, I do my best to not be annoying. And yeah, I fuck up sometimes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
I'm a human being, and I've done.
But you cop to it when you do, which I think is another thing that's endearing. And I mean, you're a really interesting case, as I'm sure you know. And I've watched you, even since I've known you, like your profile has moved much closer to mainstream American, you know, popular. You were mentioned on fucking Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago, right? You know, and there's some article about Joe, where was it, in Harper's or the New Yorkers, something recently that I read, like super mainstream. But you're really interesting because you're like this man's man, but you're also vulnerable. You know, you're also like, you admit when you fuck up. Like you had someone that did.
Haha, why do I try so hard?
I wasn't prepared, I fucked up, and you had him back. And that's cool. And it's probably, I don't know, is it hard for you to maintain?
I'm literally just camping in this fucking room all game.
this pressure and opportunities and all this stuff coming at you?
No, I don't think so. No, I think that's just being honest. You know, I think if I fucked up and I stopped admitting that I was fucking up, it would all go off the rails. There's no way I couldn't maintain who I am. I would be thinking about it all the time.
Right.
You'd be like,
Back to the closeted
yeah,
gay
you'd
dude,
be
right?
closeted. You'd be a
Gonna do it
bullshit
another way.
artist.
Yeah,
You'd just be,
exactly.
yeah, you'd just be pretending you're cooler than you are. I think a part of being a human being is making mistakes. It's a messy thing to be a person, you know. And I mean, I'm also big on forgiveness, and I think you have to be, because human beings are fallible, and like we're saying, we vary from moment to the next. And to try to hold someone to who they were 6 months ago, or a year ago, or 5 years ago, or what they said, or what they did, and not accept it and hold a grudge, to me, that's crazy. I don't, like, do you want people to do that to you? That's what kind of life is that? What kind of civilization are we creating where people hold grudges and don't forgive people for things of the past? But you also have to be able to forgive yourself. I struggle with that way more, believe it or not, than I struggle with forgiving other people.
Right.
I can forgive other people pretty easy for whatever reason. I've always been able to. You know, I've always.
So what's the difference?
I'm super self-critical, and I have definitely some sort of obsessive-compulsive disorder that allows me to get really good at things because I obsess. You know, it's probably unhealthy, but I manage it.
Yeah.
But like the mania that goes on in my mind, I just figured out a way to put it to use.
Right.
It's like, okay, I got this fucking engine. Like, what do I stick in? I don't stick a thing in there, and I can drill a hole with that instead of just having it go, which a lot of people do. A lot of people don't find a focus for whatever mania they have going on in their mind. So I've found various things. That's one of the reasons why I don't ever see myself not doing anything. I don't have enough time. That's my issue. There's a lot of things that I love to do that I just don't have the time for.
Do you feel like how old are you?
52.
Do you feel like you're sort of figuring things out?
Always. Yeah.
I mean, like, I have this sense, 57, I have this sense that, like, I don't know, like, I finally learned to dance and the party's almost over.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's a great way to say it. That's hilarious.
It's like I'm finally figuring this shit out. And I'm almost 60.
Well, I remember when I was like 26, 25, and when I first came out here, I remember thinking, boy, by the time I'm 52, fucking everything's solved. There's arbitrary numbers that we have in our head of who you should be at 50 or 60 or whatever the number is. And you're just alive, man. You're just alive. And while you're alive, you better forget about all those numbers.
I remember thinking, like,
now,
the year 2000,
Ooh,
the year 2000
smoked.
comes, like, what's that gonna be like?
Right.
Wow, I'm gonna be so old, and
dude, it's almost 2020. It's gonna be 2020 in a couple months. That's crazy. That is such a nutty number. That is so crazy.
Yeah.
No, why are you sitting on the stairs? Go in the fucking building, kid.
You know, so much
Oh
has
my
happened since
God.
you and I said, I don't know, it was a year or so since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
My dad's died. I'm living in the van. I'm just supposed to come out. Like, all this stuff's
What do you mean?
happening. But I've spent most of the time sitting by a campfire looking at the stars. You know?
It's fucking the times that I get outside, like when I elk hunt every year, and I spend
Sure.
time, particularly in Utah, the mountains, the place that we go. It's cleansing in a way that is so hard to describe. It's so hard to describe what it's like just to be out there in the woods and be in the forest and be with the wild animals, and you know, it's
You're home.
yeah.
That's what this book's about. I don't mean to push the conversation to the book, but that's why I wrote the book. Like, we are designed by evolution
Civilized
to
death,
live.
available now.
Available in
All these little
bookstores.
bookstores and Amazon and all that other stuff.
We're designed to live in that world.
Who is it?
So that's why it feels so good. That's why golf courses look the way they do. You know, even fucking
I mean, who you guys challenge?
executives love being out there on the grass and the water and the undulating hills. It's the African savannah.
And even when it's manicured, right, it still feels good. It still feels good to be connected to nature. It feels good to be on a lake.
Yeah.
Lakes are the best, man. To be able to sit on the dock of a lake, like, there's a feeling of like,
You get sniped. Oh no, why? What?
Yeah, I was there.
Dude, some people just live in buildings.
but a friend of mine has a house there, and I saw a picture of the water. And when you look all the way down, like 100 feet deep,
Yeah.
down, you see the bottom, like it's like a piece of glass. This is bananas.
Yeah, I didn't take a shower for about 3 months.
It smells amazing.
I smelled great because every morning I jumped in a river.
Oh,
It was, you know,
that
every
counts.
Yeah.
That counts, though.
Oh, yeah.
Did you use soap or no?
I never haven't used soap in a decade.
Oh, Jesus. But
Yeah.
you smell okay. How weird.
Yeah. My microbiome is working.
Well,
it's fine.
there's articles
No
that have been written
shampoo.
about that by people that say you shouldn't use soap.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
You're not stunned, dude?
disrupting your microbiome.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, I use deodorant.
There's Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah. Sandpoint's really nice too. Idaho's great.
Idaho's gorgeous. I love Boise.
Yeah, and Montana, Western Montana.
Oh, yeah, man.
Insane.
Yeah. Look at how pretty that is, though. God damn that lake. And when you have a boat on a lake, it's like you have a car, but there's no road. Everything's a road. It's all flat.
Yeah.
So you can go wherever the fuck you want.
Same thing with airplanes.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
amazing what you can do.
three-dimensional. That's even crazier.
You into flying?
Well, my friend Bill has he has a
Oh no, please let me in.
Oh, Bill Burr. Yeah.
And I just died. Fucking fantastic. They're all in there, bro.
That's hard.
This game is awful.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time learning
That
how
right
to
side of the
fly.
B building on top.
Yeah.
But a single engine airplane, you can, $100 grand, you get a decent single engine airplane. You can go wherever you want. My uncle has an amphibious plane, so he lands on lakes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he used to,
Could he land on the ground, too?
yeah, so it's amphibious, so it has wheels and floats.
But does you have to switch things up, or?
Yeah.
So you have to
You just-
change out the...
No, you just push a button, the wheels retract.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He forgot once and flipped it.
No.
So you don't want to forget.
How many people fly drunk?
Yeah,
I bet they do.
yeah.
Right?
Well, if the weather's good.
There wasn't that like a Patrick Swayze thing, like before he kicked the bucket? What are you laughing about? What are you laughing about? You laughing about something? Huh? Harrison Ford. Oh, that's right.
Right. Was he drunk?
Harrison Ford might have been. Or maybe it's an old dude. Old dudes look drunk all the time.
And babies.
Yeah, I mean that's a great way to achieve privacy too, right? If you're a guy like Harrison Ford, I mean that guy, it must be hard for that guy to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? It's probably real hard for him to go to a regular airport.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the perfect amount of fame. I was thinking about this today on the airplane flying down from Portland. I was in the front row, so I had extra leg room, but I wasn't in business class. That's where I am in fame. I want to stay right there. Got a little extra egg room.
Right. Like be normal, stretch your legs out.
Some people recognize me, but they all like me. If you don't like me, you don't know who the hell I am.
That's nice.
Yeah, so you're at a different level. There are people who recognize you who are like, hey, fuck that guy, Joe. Me, nothing. I mean, you get mostly love, I'm sure.
Most people are nice. Yeah. Even people that don't like you, they don't really know you.
Right.
If they knew you,
It's some image they have.
I'm nice. If you know me and you meet me, I guarantee we're probably gonna get along.
Yeah.
And if we don't, I'm gonna work hard to make it not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the thing about people liking people and not liking people. A lot of it is this severely limited way of communicating, especially when it's one way, right? If you were putting out a podcast or if you were putting out books and they're reading your shit, but they don't get to interact at all, that builds resentment. There's a lot of weird resentment that people develop when they listen to you,
Right.
and they don't get to interact. Especially someone like me, who's always talking shit, right? I talk shit for a living, basically, and I'm always giving my opinions, and some people have maybe even a strong point that I probably even agree with them, and they don't get to say anything. So they're just sitting at home listening like, fuck this guy, I'm tired of his bull.
Yeah, you occupy space in their lives.
Yes,
And
but they don't get to interact.
You owe them something.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
that makes sense.
Yes,
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's a crude way of communicating.
Yeah.
These one-way methods of communication are very crude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking my buddy Simon and I were in a restaurant in Venice, and the woman recognized me and like, oh, I love your podcast. Gave me your number, and I was like, hey, I'll give her a call sometimes. I was like, dude, I would never do that. You never, interact with your fans, And then I was like, no, but Simon, you don't get it. She actually knows me. Like, in Simon's case, like he was in Scary Movie 3, 4, 5. He was, he plays these characters. So when people are like, yo, Simon, like they don't know him.
Right.
He's the face they recognize, but they don't know the dude.
Right.
So it's a different kind of thing. I really, like the van trips, the Vanthropology thing, I'll say, okay, I'm going to be in, Boise at this beer pub Thursday at 8, and people show up. 50, 100 people show up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But it's mainly so they can meet each other.
So when you do this, do you do live shows?
No.
Do you do live shows?
I've never done a live show. I've done, like, Duncan's a couple times with him.
Okay.
We did the, what was it, a couple years ago, we did the keynote at the Float Conference in Portland.
That's hilarious.
That's a good audience.
Oh yeah, that's a tuned-in group of people, right?
But I don't do the shows. I just
Keynote at a flow conference.
with Duncan. Yeah, it was
Oh my
great.
god, that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But it's really just to build community. That's what I want to do. I want them to meet each other because they're all beautiful weirdos.
Right.
You know? And,
Hopefully.
yeah. They are. I've never met anyone through the podcast that I didn't really actually like.
What kind of numbers do you get? Like, what kind of downloads? How many episodes?
You know, it's hard to know, but probably 50,000 an episode,
That's perfect.
something like that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Between 50 and 100, like, you know, when you and Duncan were on, when we were doing the Shrimp Parade thing, it would, you know, peak because it's you guys.
Do you use advertising and?
I didn't. For 5 years, it was listener supported
Patreon
only.
type deal?
Yeah. And then this friend of mine who has this company, Mudwater, he was sort of launching that, and he was like, "Dude, I want to advertise on your podcast." And I'm like, "Yeah, I love you, buddy, but I don't do that." And he sent me an email email chain where he was negotiating with another podcast that has roughly the same audience numbers as mine, and I was like, "Really? I'm leaving that much on the table?" But so I started. At this point, I only do ads for companies that I really like and that I use their stuff. So I don't do, you know, I don't have a broker or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I think the subscription model, like when people are paying like a paywall, the problem is the growth is so limited. So then you can either just do it for free and put it out there and maybe just sell books or sell t-shirts or, you know, in my case, tickets to shows. That would work.
Right.
I'm going to be in Cleveland this weekend and Detroit.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's it like to play Detroit? Is Detroit
I
coming
love
back?
Detroit. I love Detroit. They're
Yeah.
good people. They're fun people. They're happy you're there.
Yeah.
Detroit is not necessarily coming back to where it used to be. It's a bit like, what is a comeback?
Right.
You know,
It's never going to be an
like,
auto industry.
when you get back in shape and you're 70, guess what? You're never going to be who you were when you were 20.
Right.
You know, it's never going to be what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the richest city in America at one point in time, right? You know, during the peak of automobile production, I believe it was one of the richest cities in America. And it's a far cry from that now. It's strange when you drive through town and you see these boarded up buildings and factories with all their broken windows, and just you can buy a house for like $100. Like it's weird. It's weird. But then there's also a lot of like craft restaurants and these businesses that are building up, and some hippies that have kind of moved in, and you know they're kind of making stuff there. There's a lot of cool shit.
It's cheap enough to get in and do stuff.
Yeah, which is, you know, if you're a young person growing up there, you can make something happen. And with the internet, your ability to establish a business and your ability to, you know, to actually get something off the ground is so much different than it ever has been before.
Yeah.
And people love a good comeback story. So Detroit, like a bunch of Detroit-made things, could be exciting for people. Like, yeah, Detroit, I'll buy that. Yeah, it's Detroit-made. You know, it's a company called Shinola. Have you ever heard of it?
The watches.
Really nice watches, American-made watches. They make a bunch of other stuff too, like bags, leather goods, things along those lines. But one of the things they proudly say is made in Detroit, and they make cool shit. You know, so there's something to that. You know. But the place I'm working at is the Fox Theater, and it's this like really fucking cool old theater. And what's interesting is columns, and it was back when people used to be able to smoke. They smoked in there so much that all the columns are like, they have that orangey nicotine sort of tint to them, but one of the columns was replaced. So this one column's like clear and smooth and clean, and the other one's like fucking orangey. Like it seems like you can go up to it with a butter knife and just scrape the nicotine off of them. You know, but beautiful old building that was made way back in the day. And they said that when it was first made, it was one of the only buildings in Detroit that had air conditioning. So people would go to see movies there. They would pay to see movies just so they could fall asleep. They'd go in there, just the cool air, and they'd fall asleep during the summer. Because, you know, people would just be sweltering in the heat of the summer.
I've done that in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Just go to a cinema just to get out of the heat.
Nice. I fucking love Thailand.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Thailand when I
You
was
went
there.
recently.
Yeah, last summer. It's like people are so nice.
Food's great.
Amazing.
It's the one country I'm comfortable recommending to just about anyone.
Yeah.
Because the sort of confluence of convenience and safety and ease, and it's still exotic and really interesting and
Yeah.
very foreign. You know, I wouldn't recommend India to everyone or Indonesia, but Thailand is like, whatever your tolerance is, you'll find something there that works for you.
Yeah, I know a lot of fighters who've gone there for camps, for training camps, and wound up either moving there or starting camps there or starting gyms there. But they just love it so much, they feel like it's a
Life.
part of their home.
Yeah, I've been there a lot, probably 10 times over the years.
Yeah, it's real cheap too
Yeah,
in terms of like food, eating,
yeah.
lodging.
The best food in the world,
Yeah,
as far as I'm
yeah.
concerned.
It's spicy food, so to me it's excellent.
And it's balanced, it's interesting. It's not just like blast your face off spice. It's
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah. Did you go to Laos at all?
No,
That's an interesting place.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
I heard Vietnam's amazing.
You know,
That's Bourdain's one of his favorite
yeah,
places.
he loved it. I know. I was there for 3 months in Vietnam. I didn't dig it that much. There's some really beautiful places.
Oh my
but
god, I think I just killed the whole
I was
team.
traveling with Casilda, my wife, who's dark-skinned, and there's a lot of racism. She got harassed a lot because everyone assumed that she was a local, and with me makes her a prostitute, and dark skin makes her low class. So there was a lot. A dude punched her. She was on, an adolescent kid ran up. We were on a motorbike, this rice paddies, and this kid just ran up and punched her in the back and then ran out. Yeah,
Young kid?
yeah, 15 or so. Yeah, it was pretty heavy. She got like physically accosted 3 times. Yeah.
How long were you there?
3 months.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I didn't dig Vietnam that much. Then we got to Laos, and it was, and there was like, I mean, it's a tough country. They've had, a shitstorm been going on there since the 40s, you know, or even before that, the French occupation and all that. So I'm not blaming anyone. It's
Isn't that a big part of the heroin trade in Laos as well?
it was during the Vietnam War. Yeah. Now I think heroin's more coming out of Afghanistan.
What the hell?
And Mexico, you know, they've got the cartels.
Do you see the fucking shit that's going down?
Yeah.
There's where the government and the armies have backed down and let the cartels run everything?
Yeah, well, they took El Chapo's son back, right?
Yes. How
Yeah.
insane is that?